The Morning Rush.
All right. Got me?
By the end of the summer, it won't be a well-oiled machine.
Well, I've been playing against Pat Bev since he was at Arkansas, so I kind of know what he brings. He's a Chicago kid, man. Grew up and raised in the Chicago area, so those dudes play with a different type of grit.
It's got to just walk. Jog to Coach Thurman, jog to Coach Rudy.
First of all, it's a great day to be a Razorback. It's great to be back out on the field.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
And welcome into the Morning Rush on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning. Hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend. I know that we sure did here on the Morning Rush. Definitely enjoyed it. And it's kind of my holiday because I get to actually wear my pastels out in society and not be looked at differently. It's the one holiday where I can really actually do that.
They're still looking at you differently, but
just not for the clothing.
Just not
this time.
for clothing.
Yes, it's not for the pastels. Did you rock pastels yesterday? Did you put on your Easter outfit and look like an Easter egg? Did you do that?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I wore yesterday.
It's all about the outfit.
I never even left the house yesterday. No, I don't think I did. No pastels yesterday. Sorry to disappoint.
Did you wear any special outfit at all?
I think I had a T-shirt, some shorts, then a bathing suit on. Back to the T-shirt and short. I don't think I did anything that would have made you proud. So
well, I'm glad you got into the Easter spirit there, Tommy, on Easter Sunday. But hey, you got to go with the classics. You got to have the Easter outfit. You got to have the Easter ham, which apparently
did have the ham.
Our guy Larry Rath did not think Easter and ham went together, but we thought it was pretty common. But had to go the ham with it. Had to have the Easter eggs. Had to have the candy. I mean, you had to have the whole bit.
Yep.
Whole bit. And that happened. So, and over the weekend with the weather being as nice as it was, which yesterday was about as nice a weather day as you'll ever get.
Oh, I mean, gorgeous.
I mean, you can't get anything better than that. So
Saturday was pretty good, too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I mean, the weather was just awesome this weekend, which actually made up for a great baseball series, weather-wise, that is, for Arkansas and Mississippi State, where Arkansas gets the sweep. And not only gets the sweep, but gets the sweep in convincing fashion.
Yeah, I mean, surprising they got a sweep. Not surprised, at home at Baum-Walker Stadium, you get a series win. I got to be honest, I am surprised that Arkansas was able to sweep such a quality team. And it's just in the SEC, that's no knock on Arkansas. That's how good Mississippi State is. That is surprising. You get a sweep. But the real surprising part is particularly games 2 and 3 on Friday and Saturday, how dominant it was. I mean, Arkansas won 5-3 on Thursday night, and then the walks that were handed out by Mississippi State, make sure I get my dates right, on Friday night in Game 2 was unreal, and Arkansas took full advantage. And then the finale on Saturday, Arkansas just continued to pound it at the plate and was really good on the mound with Connor Nolan. I know we're going to get into that, but this was Arkansas's best 3 days of baseball put together that they've had all year. I don't think there's any question.
I mean, they're moved on to 30-10 overall, 12-6 in SEC play, and they're also atop of the SEC West standings.
Yeah. And I liked what Dave had to say in the post-game press conference. You can see those videos at hitthatline.com. He said, hey, don't get too ahead of yourself here, more or less what he said. When you think you've got it all figured out after a weekend like this, you'll figure out real quick you don't, because Mississippi State came in here thinking they had it all figured out. Number 2 in the country, atop the division, and the weekend didn't go well for them. Listen, Arkansas's got that was weekend number 5 of SEC play, so 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They got 5 more of these. There's going to be some rough patches still left in the second half of SEC play. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, they got 4 SEC series left.
4?
Yeah, they have Tennessee, Kentucky, LSU, and A&M. Right. But yes, they're basically in the mid part.
That completed week. Is that week 5 or 6?
Yes, it's 6.
I mean, 6. All right, I may have lost count.
Right, it gets tough with these 3-game series.
Right. Nonetheless, it's not going to be smooth sailing in all likelihood the rest of the way. I just know there's 10 SEC weekends.
Right.
That's all I know. I don't know which one we're on. I just know
there's 10.
I just know there's 10 of them, and it amounts to 30 games. What's the record? 10 and what in SEC play? Or
12-6.
12-6. Yeah, so they played 18. Yeah, so there's 4
They're your
left.
division. There you go.
There you go. Divided by 3. There you go. So, bottom line is, this league is so rough. There are so many good teams that, it's not going to be like this. And that's what we do as fans. We think, oh, well, you sweep number 2, Mississippi State, you're just going to whoop everybody the rest of the way. No. That's what Mississippi State thought. And they came in here and they ran into a buzzsaw called the Razor.
I mean, that's what really happened is that you have these.
The Razorbacks going to. I'm not saying they're going to go get swept somewhere necessarily, but there's going to be some buzzsaws hanging out there.
Yeah, and the thing is that with our way Arkansas baseball plays and just knowing how Dave Van Horn teams are, you're hoping that this is the type of series that kind of catapults them into the rest of SEC play and the rest of the regular season at least.
A real confidence builder, particularly for Wicklander and Connor Nolan. I know we'll probably talk more about Connor Nolan. He seems to get a lot of attention, and deservedly so, but to have the kind of bounce back, seems like we've come in here the last 2 Mondays and talked about comeback performances. One with Tiger Woods and now with Connor Nolan. I don't know if it's really a comeback performance, but he had a rough one 2 weekends ago, and then, got, I hate to say demoted, but when you're back to starting midweek games versus weekend games, that's a demotion.
That is.
No other way around it. And then to come out in Game 3 of this series and just it goes 7 2/3, the way that I was listening to the radio broadcast driving back and listening to Phil describe how Dave came out of the dugout to relieve him from the mound after 7 2/3 was a great description. And it's not a clip we would pull, but just he said Dave almost jogging to the mound. Normally not a pace but he wanted to make sure he pulled him, but because he could have let him finish the inning and just put someone else in, he did not want to do that. But he almost ran to congratulate him on his performance, but wanted to make sure he pulled him in that kind of situation so that he got the applause, he got the adoration from the fans, because he certainly deserved it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And in fact, the way that he has struggled at times this year, and going into a game 2, or I guess into a Saturday series game where there's not really much pressure on you. And I'm not saying he doesn't have pressure, but you already got the series victory. It's not like just falling on your hands to where, no, you got to win this game to get us the series. I think that there's a little less pressure on Connor Nolan, and also the way that he performed against UAPB earlier in the week. I think all those things mixing together, and this just goes into the psyche of these players, and this is also what Dave Van Horn does a great job with, is just putting them in a position to where, okay, you have some confidence from a little bit of it back what you did against UAPB. You're going into having a game right now where the pressure's not on for you to go out there and win it for us, because we're in dire straits to make sure we get this series victory because we already won it. So just go out there and play baseball. Go out there and pitch and just have some fun doing it. And I'm sure that was also a very helpful situation for Connor Nolan too. It's just not having those extra pressures that came along with it. So it was a great performance all around.
Well, how about the crowds too?
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Beautiful weekend, beautiful games. Top 10 game type things.
Thursday night was a little light.
It's Thursday night.
But it's Thursday night. But Friday and Saturday were incredible crowds. So congratulations to all the fans on making Baum-Walker Stadium once again an imposing presence.
Yeah. Even the Mississippi State coaches mentioned about how just great the crowd was. I mean, everybody was talking about the crowds. And that's one thing you can always count on with Baum Stadium and this Razorback baseball team. If it's beautiful weather outside and it's a good game, they're going to be there, and they're going to be there in force. So, another great thing. I also want to get into later in the show, too, of old Heston Kjerstad getting ejected.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because, Tommy is our official aficionado.
Well, and I made a comment talking about what happened.
Why are you defending the refs, Tommy? Always.
This is where I just go nuts.
Always.
You say anything about – now, all I did was make a comment on Twitter about what actually happened. Open your damn eyes out there. See, I'm already getting – I may have to go home.
Just after the first segment, just go home from it.
I mean, was it a bad call? Sure, it was off the plate. It wasn't in line with the normal pitches. Heston Kjerstad barks at the umpire. I don't know what he said. People were like, you can't F-bomb him. I don't know if he F-bombed the guy or not.
Couldn't tell.
I just know whatever he said when he turned around the second time got him tossed. And that's all I said. Well, you're defending the guy. I ain't defending nobody. I'm just telling you what happened.
And usually it's the second time if you go
And
back and bark at an official, you get
I just
ejected.
know that when a 19, 20-year-old kid turns around and says something to a 40, 50-year-old man, it doesn't end well for the kid. Just generally doesn't in that kind of environment. Just go into the dugout. Well, he missed the call. He's got to take it. That's not how life works. So you get pulled over for speeding, you're just going to start cussing the cop because you know you weren't speeding? That's not how you're going to do it. I mean, there's just certain situations in life people are going to make a mistake. Did he miss the pitch? I think he missed the pitch. But all I was trying to say was the second time he turned around and got him tossed. Whatever he said wasn't the right thing.
Yeah.
And it cost him because, in the SEC, is this all of baseball or just this league? I'm not sure what the rule is, but he had to suspend it for one more game.
Yeah. And listen, I'm somebody who's pretty harsh on the officials, but I understood why they ejected him.
It was an easy ejection.
I'd say it was a terrible call by the umpire.
I don't know what he said, but you just can't do that.
You can't bark at the official and then turn around when you're moving on and then go back.
He gave him a chance to leave.
You went back at him. It's not like as soon as he complained about the call, he got tossed. I mean, he went back after it. So you just, you got to know when to quit. You got to know when to stop. So I didn't agree with the call by the umpire, but if you're ejected, that to me warrants ejection when it comes to a situation like that. But we're going to talk about all of this. Of course, we're going to get into Tom Murphy of Arkansas Democrat Gazette joining us today around 7:35. The athletic director of the University of Arkansas, Hunter Yurachek, will be joining us around 8:35 this morning. So really looking forward to that. And we'll also be able to have your phone calls.
And some basketball recruiting news.
Yeah.
Got all that to get into.
Yeah, we'll get into that as well. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Now, RV show prices still going on right now, up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels, up to $10,000 off on travel trailers. You'll find all these deals at Crabtree RV in Alma. Zero down on virtually every model right now and top dollar for your trade. So don't miss any of these deals with payments starting at $147 a month right now at Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree RV, it's where your family's dreams come true.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Start your summer with a splash and big savings on Doughboy above ground swimming pools. For a limited time, you can save $500 on your purchase of a full Doughboy pool package, including pool, liner, pump, and filter. Invest in a refreshing and relaxing pool for your family and experience the Doughboy difference of unmatched quality, longevity, and safety. Visit BurtonPools.com and get your $500 coupon and see Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 0 Street in Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's your piece of land, your point of pride, your place of peace and quiet. Your yard means something to you. So mow like you mean business with a professional-grade Gravely zero-turn mower. Gravely means comfort. Gravely means strength. Gravely means cutting precision. Gravely mowers mean business. Gravely, build to mow the distance.
Visit Bush Machine and Tractor, 7301 0 Street in Fort Smith, or at bushtractor.com.
According to AVA study, each day over 22 veterans take their own lives. Together we can win the war against veteran suicide. Join Mission 22 to let our vets know that they have an army behind them that cares. This message courtesy of Warden Sales and Service, located at 1604 North 18th Street in Ozark, where they are working hard for the future of our community. Call 479-667-2877. 479-667-2877. That's Warden Sales and Service, on the air saluting our veterans.
Jody'sAuto.com has 3 locations and 3 oil change specials, one for every budget. Just a good basic oil change with synthetic blend oil, oil filter, top off the fluids and air the tires, $19.95. 5-quart system, some restrictions. Better, the preferred oil change, which adds 4 tire rotation and 12 months roadside assistance to the basic. Only $34.95, and the 5th oil change is free. Best, the Supreme, which adds 4-wheel computer spin balance and vacuum the front floorboard to the preferred. Only $49.95, and the 5th oil change is free. But Jody'sAuto.com is one stop, total convenience. Tires, repairs, service, maintenance, towing, and fleets. And voted best of the best for taking care of their customers. 2 locations in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. Since 1984, convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
Tri-Hill Turf offers the highest quality turf and pest services. Hey, you say those are big words. Well, let's see. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has a company agronomist, state and nationally certified technicians, free soil testing, and they even have precision GPS guided application equipment. Now that's high tech. For over 30 years, Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has used the latest application technology, and they strive for turf and pest excellence. They are your local turf and pest experts. Call the local team at 782-0404. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest.
I think you love that car more than you love me.
Oh, how can you say that?
You hand wash it, you hand wax it, you listen to the same music.
Pure coincidence.
I just hope your insurance company feels the same way about it as you do.
They do. I'm one happy camper.
Maybe that's the reason so many people come to Shelter for their car insurance. We have great agents who are nuts about cars. We're competitively priced, and our claims people are fast, fair, and friendly. To find an agent near you, go to shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call me, Wade Gilkey, in Fort Smith.
Or call me, Jim Malum, in Charleston.
Spring is in the air, and spring fishing season is here. And Jelco Outdoors has the fishing gear you need to hook the big wall hanger this spring. Rods, reels, baits, tackle, fishing clothing, and rain suits, plus fishing kayaks. Jelco has it all for you. The best quality name brands at fair prices. Jelco Outdoors, your spring fishing headquarters in the River Valley. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Elite Roofing is a locally owned roofing contractor. If you're building a new home or maybe need a new roof on your existing home, Elite Roofing can take care of you. Elite Roofing is known for their dependability and reliability. Just ask any of their satisfied customers. They are licensed and insured, and references are available upon request. If you need a roof, call your local roofing contractors. Elite Roofing, 478-8668. That's 478-8668. Elite Roofing, 478-8668.
ESPN 95.3.
You're listening to The Nonsensical Life of John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Going to get to some quick hitting headlines. They are presented by Williams Tractor.
Time to mow that yard. You can do it with a Big Dog mower with an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty. You'll find them at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers. Prices starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with your approved credit. Make that lawn the perfect lawn this year. And if you're, by the way, if you're in the military or first responder, you can get 10% off with the Big Dog Hero program. Get all the details at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers.
No, we really haven't gotten a chance to talk about it, but officially Mike Anderson becoming the next St. John's head basketball coach was something that we discussed as far as what the rumors were going around and the possibilities. But Mike Anderson's now moving to New York.
New York City.
Man, Madison Square Garden, where they'll be playing basketball at it. It's just a weird fit. I'm not saying it won't work out, and I know a lot of Razorback fans are going to be rooting for him and hope that he does well. That was just, if you would have told me that Mike Anderson's going to get another job head coaching in basketball, I just wouldn't have pictured St. John's being that. But,
no.
I mean, congratulations to him.
No, I mean, this is a fit. I don't know if it's a good fit, but, I mean, it's a good opportunity. And anytime you get to live in New York City, play in Madison Square Garden, that's one of the grandest stages in all of college basketball. I mean, I know it's not. I mean, that's where the Knicks play, and but that's where everybody wants to go and play, whether it's in the old Big East tournament or whether it's in one of these preseason NITs, or if you're not fortunate enough to make the big dance, you go there for the NIT Final Four. I mean, that's still one of the grand stages in all of basketball. And now you're going to get to coach in a place where that's where you play your home games? That's got to be a real I mean, when the phone rings for Mike, that's got to be one of the reasons you really want to continue that conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot worse gigs out there to get.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, St. John's is in a good position. We'll see how Mike Anderson does up there. Also in basketball news, Arkansas lands a grad transfer forward, Gene Talsila. You remember that guy? I could not pronounce his name, and I'm hoping I'm still getting it right. I probably am not.
You sound very confident in however you just said it.
It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Just say it confidently.
Just as long as you do that, people won't doubt you. So he's coming from UNC Wilmington, was at FAU before that, averaging close to 14 points per game, a 6'7" forward. So Arkansas at least will have one more additional player playing in this upcoming season. Let's go to the phone lines. And this is early for him, but we'll go to it anyway. Eddie is in Clarksville. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to this fan base. And I just hope everybody enjoyed a happy Easter with their families. Let's get to the task at hand. I want to give a standing ovation to this team, this baseball Hall train. I mean, what a performance they had this weekend. And I would say, when you're starting to build a resume, as they say, here we go down the stretch, than the Arkansas Razorbacks baseball Hall train did at Baum Stadium this weekend. I mean, when you're building a resume for possibly a top 8 national seeding, this fan base ought to be ecstatic. Let's get to a couple pictures here. Mr. Isaiah Campbell, thank you, sir, for coming back for one more year. You've been solid all year long. Your command on the mound will lead this team, again, with the possibility of a top 8 national seeding. And it starts this weekend at Knoxville against the Vols. And you sweep the Vols or even win the series, you're going to be in good shape down the stretch. But like you said, gentlemen, this is a humbling league. Any team can beat you. One error can cost you. Leading loaded bases one time can cost you in this league. Tremendous baseball league. And I want to get to the young freshman. Mr. Connor Nolan, what did you have? What a tremendous performance. What did you have? 89, 90 pitches, 5, 6 Ks, 11 ground out, no walks. Son, hats off to you. Mr. Wicklander, by the way, get this young pitching staff pitching the way they did this weekend, and I can start to smell a top 8 national seed. Thank you, gentlemen, for taking my call.
Hey, thanks, Eddie.
And in record time.
Yeah, that was nice.
Concise. It was under 2 minutes. I think maybe Russ can train him the other day.
Well, I think that that's the Eddie that we all want.
Eddie. Well done.
Yeah, we appreciate the rants, Eddie, but we just got to get him in enough time to where we don't go overboard. So, very, very good phone call, Eddie. The one thing I wanted to ask him, though, since we're having Hunter Yurachek on, if he wanted us to relay any messages, because he's always got these messages for Hunter Yurachek. So,
yes.
Wanted to see if we wanted us to ask any questions for Hunter, for him. I'd relay that message.
Tried to squeeze that question in between breaths that he took there just one time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when Eddie comes on.
I'm not sure he took a breath and all that.
We can't really throw a comment back on him. It's just more like, all right, just let him go. He'll hang up the phone.
There is no back and forth.
No. There's no conversation with Eddie in Clarksville.
No.
It's just Eddie in Clarksville.
Yeah.
So, but appreciate the phone call. We know we got a few more phone calls we're going to get to. 877-377-6963. Big baseball weekend for the Razorbacks. A couple of pickups there and with some interesting things going on with basketball recruiting. And, of course, I want to get into part of the athletic department since we're having Hunter Yurachek on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Wow, this is hard. Not every game is meant to be big, like bobbing for watermelons, for instance. But the Big Win Scratch-Off from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is. This enormous ticket is packed full of ways to win big, and has a top prize of $250,000. Yep, it's time to get down to bigness. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Hey there, it's Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. Big Dog Mowers have you covered no matter the job. With an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty, Big Dog will take care of you. And with prices starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit, you can have that perfect lawn you need and want without breaking the bank. And if you serve or have served in the military or as a first responder, take advantage of the Big Dog Hero program and receive 10% off your next mower. Come see us at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers today.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
They're at the post, and they're off. The Thoroughbreds are still racing at Oaklawn, so stay until May.
Midway on the backstretch, stay until May is ready to move.
We've got more thrilling races to be run and won, now through May 4th.
Racing to the wire, it's an easy win for stay until May.
And on the final 3 Saturdays, enjoy the races from the infield, weather permitting, with special events like our Craft Beer Festival, Food Truck Festival, and Kentucky Derby Weekend. Oaklawn, stay until May. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Save $14,000 during our Spring Sierra sale at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. All remaining 2018 Sierras must go. Save $14,000 and shop now to pick your color, cab, and options from our huge selection. Or check out the 2019 GMC Acadia, a third-row SUV for only $399 a month. Just $26,499. Spring into savings at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. All over the great state of Arkansas. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by OG&E.
Yeah, do you have a home that A is in Arkansas, B is 10 years old, and C is served by OG&E? If you can say yes to all 3 of those, you need to check out OG&E's free home weatherization program. You call them right now. The call isn't even free. 800-272-9741. A trained crew will come out and perform an energy audit. No cost to you. If your home qualifies, they'll install measures that will save you money. Attic insulation, LED light bulbs, weather stripping, advanced power strips, smoke alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, a whole lot more. None of this will cost you a dime. Just call 800-272-9741. See if you qualify for OG&E's free home weatherization program.
Our good friend, Officer Breeden, has just come in. And Officer,
where you been?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I haven't seen you in a month.
Well, it's been night shift time. You know? It's out there all night long.
Well, did you have a good Easter?
Oh, yes. They're always good Easter.
Yeah.
And, by the way, Saturday, Alma won the 5A state championship powerlifting meet.
The powerlifting meet, yeah?
That's right. They are the 5A state champions.
All right.
Well, there you go. Well, I know that you're a big powerlifting guy. In fact, when you call us or when you come in, you're always talking about powerlifting. And to tell you the truth, I know nothing about it. I just know that you lift a lot of weight. That's about the extent of my powerlifting knowledge.
Well, it's a lot more than just lifting the weight. You know, there's actually a strategy in a powerlifting contest.
I assumed.
You know, like my strategies, I start out light, and then you see where people think, oh, okay, I don't have to go that heavy. And usually by your third lift, you're burnt.
Because I know, I'm like John, I've never been to a powerlifting. I would just assume if you can lift the most weight, you win. So is this like a one-up deal? I've got to find a way to one-up you for a rep? Or how does it work?
No, well, you get 3 lifts.
Oh, get 3, all right.
Yeah, you have bench press, you have squat, you have deadlift.
All right.
And you get 3 lifts, 3 attempts at each.
All right.
So
you take your best one.
I guess. Obviously, you take the best lift.
I say obviously, and I've never been to one. So
yeah, and you got to understand, you know, like bench press is not touch and go. You have to pause on the bottom. You have to pause while the weight's on your chest, and the referee tells you to lift, and then they'll tell you when to rack the weight. So it's not like, oh, I got a half rep. And you see people in the gym, you know, they do these half reps and, oh, I got that 10 times. Well, That's not the way it works in a true contest. You have to touch your chest, be motionless with the bar on your chest, and then push it. That's a true test of how much can you bench press, for example.
Mm-hmm. See, that's perfect. See, Tommy, so if
that's
you need
exactly how I do it.
If you want, if you want to officiate another game, there you go. You can officiate powerlifting. You can say when to lift
on my resume.
Yeah, and when to rack them.
Yeah.
So you can make that happen.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, Tommy, if you want to be a judge in a powerlifting contest, I have the rule book, and I can give you the test.
Well, all right. Sounds like one more thing to get me out of the house.
Yes, exactly. Because
my wife would love it.
Yeah, Tommy doesn't have enough to do.
Yeah, I don't have anything else going on.
So we got to get him into the powerlifting. Well, it's good to have you back in, and I know that you just said that have you switched over to the different
switched over to days now.
Okay, all right. So hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more of
it. 0500 to 1800 at night.
All right. I mean, it's rough enough what we do getting up at 4:30, but how do you do it where you have to change shifts? Well, you change every 3 or 4 months?
Well, yes, we change every 3 months.
So how do you get your sleep figured out where you're sleeping a different part of the day every 90 days?
Well, that's interesting. Some people have trouble with it. I've been very fortunate my whole life. When it's time to go to sleep, I know it's time to go to sleep. So I adjust.
I'd have to have blackout curtains or something.
Well, also you want it quiet in the house.
Yeah.
But it's
turn the phone off.
Yeah, definitely turn the phone off.
Yeah.
Because somebody will call.
All right. Well, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Glad
you had a good me in.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Hey, if you got to get those outside projects done, you need to see our friends over at the paint store in Van Buren. They're at 1414 Fayetteville Road. Richard's Paints. That's a premium paint. All the great colors you're looking for. And here's what you're going to get at the paint store. You're going to get help from Sue and Vicky. They've been doing it for more than 30 years. You go into one of the big box stores, one of the national stores, good luck finding anyone to help you. Call Sue or Vicky, 474-4505, or stop in again at 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren for the paint store.
877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Let's see. Search for tire shops in my area.
Y'all need some help? I'm the tire guy.
Who are you, and why are you in my living room?
You need to be more worried about taking care of your old tires. Head on over to Southern Tire Mart. We get you rolling with your new Toyos, the best-selling tires in Fort Smith. Be sure to take advantage of our $24.95 oil change and our free multi-point vehicle inspection.
I only have one more question, tire guy.
All right.
Why is there a mariachi band in my living room as well? Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith, your #1 tire and service store.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Sleep apnea isn't just a problem for the older or overweight. It can affect anyone, even children. If you or someone you know is tired all the time, it may be sleep apnea. Without treatment, it can lead to many serious health issues or even a traffic accident. Don't risk your health or that of a loved one. Make an appointment today with Dr. Bo Sparkman at River Valley Sleep Solutions. Treat your apnea without the hassle of a CPAP machine. Go to rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time.
Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza.
At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. You can't drink all day unless you start early. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
And it is camping weather, camping season. I was on the Norfolk this weekend. They have a big campground there at the Norfolk River. It was full this weekend. There were a lot of people out this weekend. So if you're thinking about getting out, Crabtree RV in Alma can get you there. Exit 13 off of I-40. Whether it's a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, a pop-up, a motor coach, they can help. They even have a rental program. So if you're saying, well, I want to try this once. I've been with some friends or I've been with some family, but I'd like to do it myself, go for a weekend. Crabtree RV has a rental program. So whether it's a pop-up, fifth wheel, travel trailer, motor coach, they can rent one to you for a week, a weekend, whatever you're looking for. Call Lee J and they'll get you set up. You can try it for yourself and see if this is the deal for you. And they'd love to help you with that. Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel. Crabtree RV, it's where your family's dreams come true.
Let's go to the phone lines. Danny in Russellville's been patiently holding. What's going on, Danny?
Good morning, gentlemen. Since Mike Anderson has gotten this job at St. John's, does that mean we no longer have to pay his buyout?
I believe that to be correct. I would not want to say that I would not want to state 1,000%, but I believe his contract would be offset, assuming he's going to make more than $1 million a year, because his buyout was $1 million a year for the rest of his contract, which was 3 remaining years. So, University of Arkansas would owed him $1 million a year, and I think I'm safe in assuming his new deal with St. John's will be in excess of $1 million a year, and I believe the Razorback Foundation will no longer be obligated to meet that $1 million a year.
Well, the one thing's for sure, whatever he's making at St. John's, they're going to take about 55 or 60% of it in New York, so it's not going to be as much as he thinks it is. But
are you saying the taxes are high up there? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, man, people are leaving in droves.
Yeah.
They're jumping ship. What about Bielema? Are we still stuck on him? We're still paying him?
I believe so, yeah.
But he's working for the Patriots, right?
My understanding is the first $150,000 a year he makes is exempt from his buyout agreement. So he can make $149,999 somewhere and
still collect the check.
Well, I
still collect
read
all of it.
somewhere where the Patriots really don't tell how much they pay their coaches.
Well, he's under his obligation with the Razorback Foundation. He has to reveal that to them.
He has to reveal that. Okay.
Right. I mean,
well, I'd like for him to get a job so we quit paying him.
Well, I mean, even if he's not going to get one that would offset, he'd have to make several million a year. Knowing how much is left versus the years, I mean, that's how it works, Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's guaranteed to make so much per year.
John, what's your buyout?
Well, it's fun. It's a funny thing that you brought up that, but I believe it's just a bag of Doritos is my buyout.
Yeah. Most people don't have buyouts.
And it's the plain ones. It's the old. It's not even nacho cheese or the really good taco flavored. It's just the off brand. It's the off brand. It's the Santita's $2 bag.
Yeah, there you go.
Or however you say that name.
Coming into this weekend, I thought, well, if we could take 2 out of 3 from the number 2 team in the country, one of the best hitting teams, I would have been ecstatic. Oh, yeah. But we swept, and that was just great. 2 of the games, we didn't walk anybody. That's fantastic. I believe that's just about as good as we can pitch. I would like to think we could do better, but you can't ask for better than that. And that was just great. And Tennessee coming in here this weekend, we need to take another 2 out of 3 at least. If we want a national seed, we can't stub our toe now. Question I have before I get off here, guys. Tuesday and Wednesday, they got games, midweek games, and it's looking like rain. How do they handle that? Because I got tickets for Wednesday. It's looking like rain. I was just wondering how that works.
Well, I mean, it just kind of depends on how much rain and on what the coaches and teams want to do. I know that they've been times where they've shortened the games and only did 7 innings. There's been times where they just canceled the game all within itself. It just kind of depends on how bad it is.
And then if is it look good for Tuesday and not Wednesday? Is that what the forecast is right now?
Yeah, it's a better chance Wednesday than Tuesday.
Okay. If they have to play a doubleheader, whatever ticket, they don't honor the tickets for both days. So if they end up saying, well, it's going to rain, definitely going to rain Wednesday, let's play 2 on Tuesday and cancel Wednesday, your Wednesday tickets are no longer valid. You can exchange them. You can do some, the ticket office will work with you unless you're unless they're season tickets. If you bought individual tickets. I
didn't know if they just gave your money back or
game. Or it depends on how your tickets were purchased and if they're part of your season ticket package or, but
I don't have a season ticket.
Right. So if you have Wednesday tickets, and they don't end up playing Wednesday. I mean, the Wednesday tickets wouldn't be good on Tuesday, is what I'm saying.
I got you. Even though that it won't be full. Well, anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys, and I'm going to bench press some bacon and eggs.
There you go.
Thanks for taking my call.
I appreciate the phone call.
That'll be ham and eggs. Everybody have leftover ham right now.
I think you're hammed out, though, don't you? I mean,
oh, not yet.
I'm kind of hammed out.
I've been on this low carb thing. I would give anything right now to just for a big old ham.
So when you say you're on a low carb thing, what does that mean? You're just like
No
watching
bread.
breads
Yeah,
and no sugars?
No bread, no sugar.
Okay. But you have some carbs because you have to have like some carbs, right?
Whatever carbs I'm getting
Healthy
through
carbs.
vegetables. I'm basically eating meat and vegetables and drinking water.
Did you adhere to that over the weekend?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
There's
That's
my
tough.
wife made my favorite cake.
Which is what?
That butter cake that she brought in that
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw the top half of the roof off on. She didn't make the roof part. She made it in the butt can, but same cake. Made that. Had stayed out of it.
Man, I'm proud of you, Tommy.
No fruit. No, just vegetables.
No beer.
I've wavered a little bit there. Had a few Michelob low carb beers.
Yes.
When I've been in situations where it was socially required. I had none this weekend.
You don't want to be that guy because even if you're dieting and watching,
Right.
you don't want to be the guy that you show up with all your buddies and you're sitting there. "Oh, can I have a water, please?"
There was a big thing of mashed potatoes. Stayed away from those. Had squash spaghetti or something. She made butternut squash spaghetti or something. It was pretty good.
Man, this is big time, Tommy. I'm proud of you. As Ty over here giggles at you profusely. But
Green beans. I'm getting bored. But
yeah. It's okay, though. It's
All
okay.
right.
It's all
10
about
more pounds.
You'll get there, Tommy.
And you know what then?
What?
10 more pounds.
So just keep going.
There's always 10 more pounds.
There's always 10 more pounds
always
that you
10
can
more
lose.
pounds.
You'll get there, Tommy. We have faith in you here on the Morning Rush. There's no way that you'll go wrong against it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way that it'll go.
Trust me.
It will go awry for you.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah. But
trust me.
Oh, no,
I have a track record.
Well, this is going to be the year, though. This is the year that
I'm
it
down
all changes
20
for.
right now. And
There you go.
Just 20 more.
Yeah, 20 more. Like I said, you'll get there. You just keep going. And by the way, the call from Danny in Russellville, and he's asking about Mike Anderson's buyout. I just looked it up that by taking this job, he will likely, is how it's put,
Right.
but likely forfeit the $1 million a year buyout.
I was 95% certain, but I didn't want to say absolutely until we looked that up. So, but that's generally how these things work. You're guaranteed to make. He was guaranteed to make at least $1 million a year by the Razorback Foundation. Now, if another job gave him the opportunity to make more than $1 million a year, that offset that buyout gone. So, just like Jeff Long's deal, he was guaranteed to make his salary until Kansas came along and matched or topped it. They did. Arkansas's off the hook. Bielema just hadn't got off the hook yet.
No. And here's the thing, though, and if you're Brett Bielema, why would you? I mean, if you're him,
I mean, you need to, at some point when you sit on the beach long enough, when you're on the shelf, even though he's working a little bit with the Patriots, he's not technically what would be considered coaching by most. People start to wonder, well, why not? 1 year's off is, taking a season away or the timing working where you leave and the jobs aren't available is one thing, and you're out 1 year. You go 2 years, 3 years, and at some point that buyout runs itself out.
Then you actually have to get a real job that pays you real money.
But here's the deal. Bielema's deal, I forget how much it is per year, but it's
about 4.2, something like that.
So he goes and gets a job.
Yeah, $12 million total.
Here's the deal. He goes and gets a job. Let's just say it's $3.5 million, all right? Let's just say he gets a job with the Patriots. Belichick's got to have him as the defensive coordinator now, not just on staff. And it pays $1.5 million a year. Arkansas still owes him $2 million a year. That's how it works. He's guaranteed to make the $3.5 million.
Who signed this contract?
Well, I mean that's the standard. That's the standard arrangement in all of these generally.
I know, but what the problem is that from just the common fans that aren't involved with contract making like it just seems so wrong. It just seems so stupid. Like when you see that, it's like, oh, you're terrible. We fired you. We're still going to pay you a lot of money, and even when you get another job, we're still going to pay out the money in some form or fashion. Like it just seems wrong. I'm not saying
it's the market. I mean,
I
we all
understand.
wish we worked in an environment where that.
Yeah.
And I don't know any other profession where it is that way other than coaching, and really at the college level, because I don't believe it's that way. NBA, NFL. I mean, they fire you, you're gone. That's pretty much that's it.
Mm-hmm. with the way that the market is, it's not like you can just refuse. No, coach, we just want you to come in and win, and that will dictate how much you get a buyout, or if you get you have to be able to keep up with the market. And so it's not like some school will just say, no, we don't want to have a buyout. And the coach is going to be like, oh, okay, I'd love to do that.
Yeah. Arkansas can't be in the business of not doing buyouts, or you'll never hire a coach that you want.
Yeah, because you'll always be in trouble in that regard. So, but yeah, it's just the
Someone
way
started this way back when, and it's some agent probably came up with it, or probably Texas. Let's just blame Texas. Let's just irresponsibly, blindly blame Texas for getting this started. I don't know where it got going, but somewhere these buyouts started years ago, and it's just changed the way it's all done.
I just want to go ahead and assume it's Jimmy Sexton.
Yeah.
He seems like the type that would probably think of that in some type of buyout. But, again, the good news is about with the Mike Anderson deal going into St. John's, Arkansas is not going to owe him the money. He's going to forfeit over the buyout there, so that's saving them about $3 million. So that's really beneficial to them as well. But we're going to continue to discuss these things as well as get back into the baseball side of things and give you some updates on the basketball recruiting as well, because there's a lot going on there, and Eric Musselman's wasting no time. And not only getting some guys that take official visits and talking to them, but actually getting guys to commit. So, we could see a resurgence of some players coming into Arkansas as well. But we'll get to all that as well as your phone calls, 877-377-6963. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Start your summer with a splash and big savings on Doughboy above ground swimming pools. For a limited time, you can save $500 on your purchase of a full Doughboy pool package, including pool, liner, pump, and filter. Invest in a refreshing and relaxing pool for your family and experience the Doughboy difference of unmatched quality, longevity, and safety. Visit BurtonPools.com and get your $500 coupon and see Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 0 Street in Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like...
All right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new, rugged and dependable 2019 Toyota Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and in 4/30/19.
This is the Morning Rush.
You're telling me there is a place?
3 places, 2 in Fort Smith, 1 in Van Buren.
That can do everything to my pickup?
And my car. Jody'sAuto.com can do everything, from oil changes and maintenance to repairs. All repairs. They'll even tow it in and then fix it if your truck breaks down on the road. One-stop everything.
What about tires?
All the best brands. These people really know tires and have free flat repair and free road hazard. Best prices on tires anywhere and price match guarantee.
Okay, so what's the catch? I bet they don't do financing, right?
Nope, wrong again. Jody'sAuto.com has the best credit card in the car care industry, and you can apply online.
Jody'sAuto.com voted best of the best for customer service, and a big part of that is convenience. One stop for everything. 3 oil change specials, tires, service, repair, maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations since 1984. Convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
Hot dog! Spring is finally here and not a moment too soon. Hi folks, Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto
Auto Resources. No spring training here. Our all-star team is ready to help you hit a home run with savings up to $3,200 below retail. And the bases are loaded with the freshest inventory in the fort. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all the most popular makes and models right here in one spot. To make this team, these vehicles have to be Wrath Road ready. That means they're hand-picked, then inspected and reconditioned in our own Meineke Car Care Center, so you know you're getting the very best pre-owned vehicle you can buy. If you're keeping the car you have, turn the double play in our Meineke Car Care Center with half-off brakes and up to $200 savings on a set of Cooper tires. Don't commit an error on your next used car purchase. Knock it out of the park with up to $3,200 below retail at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer and proud sponsor of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Wrath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at wrathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Mowing season is here, and if this is your year for a zero-turn mower, you won't want to miss Alma Tractor and Equipment's open house, April 26th and 27th. Bad Boy Mowers offer the strongest, most powerful mower with the cleanest cut on the planet. Special incentives on the new 2018 holdover models and new 19s. Cut your mowing down to size with cuts up to 72 inches wide. Test drive a Bad Boy mower during the open house at Alma Tractor and Equipment on Highway 71 in Alma. Find out more at almatractor.com.
Or Nissan has the most affordable cars in every category. Most affordable sedan. This 2019 Nissan Versa sedan is only $11,957. America's most affordable pickup. This 2019 Nissan Frontier is $21,389. Most affordable SUV. This 2019 Nissan Kicks is $19,824. Most affordable 7-passenger V6 SUV. This 2019 Nissan Pathfinder is $28,607. Plus, only Or Nissan gives you a lifetime powertrain warranty and free car washes for life. So head to Or Nissan in Fort Smith under the giant American flag.
ESPN 95.3. Mornings suck. Let John and Tommy make them suck less. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush, where we are brought to you by World of Wireless.
Yeah, 877-305-DISH. They can bundle high-speed internet with DISH service. So if you say, well, I'd like to make a move to DISH right now, or I'd like to do something with my internet service, but it's all bundled together with my telephone company, or you've got some kind of discount going on with your mobile phone, don't worry about that, because World of Wireless can provide all of those discounts, and they have the same offers on high-speed internet, whether it's with the cable company, with one of the national phone companies, satellite internet. If you live in a rural area, they have their own fiber-to-air high-speed internet service that's Wow Fast Internet. You can check it out on wowfastinternet.com. Plus, they can bundle that for additional monthly savings with DISH service. So if you're wanting to save money, lock in your price for 2 years, keep internet service going at your house that you enjoy and that you can afford, World of Wireless can help with all of that, no matter where you live right now in many cases. So if you're listening to Northwest Arkansas, River Valley, down I-40, they can help you no matter where you're at. 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474.
Razorback basketball team and Eric Musselman got a commitment from a grad transfer over the weekend from Gene Sila. Again, I'm going to go ahead and say that is his name, even though it's probably not how it's pronounced. But he's a 6'7", 215-pound forward coming from UNC Wilmington, where in 2018 and 2019 he averaged close to 14 points a game. He also had about 5 rebounds a game. And here's what's the kicker. 85% free throw shooter. So at least you're going to be getting a guy that's really good from the free throw line. But another addition, and I know that the Arkansas Razorbacks and Eric Musselman are looking at a lot of other players too. And the scholarship situation is interesting with the basketball team because you don't know if all the players are going to stay that are currently on the roster. You don't know exactly how the Khalil Garland situation looks with him and how he's not been able to play, but yet he's been on scholarship. I mean, what's the situation going to look like with him? It's very fluid right now when it comes to what this team's going to look like in this upcoming season because of the scholarship issues. But we do know that Gene Sila at least is going to be on the team and is going to be on scholarship. I'll be curious to see how many more players they go after. Because at some point in time, you're going to have to make room for all these players you're going after.
What'd you say? 6'9" guy?
6'7".
6'7" guy? Okay. But a 4. I mean, I was reading through the story this weekend. Definitely a forward. Maybe I remember 6'9" because I was wishing he was 6'9".
Yeah.
But that was the one thing, he's going after position. We were talking about last week. He's kind of targeting some guards. And you're like, where are the big guys? I don't know if 6'7" is really a big guy anymore, but definitely a guy that's got experience there at UNC Wilmington with the forward spot. So
yeah, and that seems to be the
hopefully
type
it's enough size at this level.
Yeah, well, that's what you're, at least from Eric Musselman's perspective and the players that he's going after. I know there's a couple guys. I think there's one guy that he's going after that's about 6'9", but it seems like most of them he's going after are between 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", somewhere in there.
Right.
So it's not like he's trying to get a Daniel Gafford that's 6'10", 6'11". He's going after guys that I'm sure that can help right away, but also some guys that may go a little smaller, may try to play that type of basketball.
Maybe this guy's got a little more reach, a little more range, longer arms. I don't know, wingspan. I don't know. We don't know anything about this. I hadn't went out and watched film on him yet. So
I haven't either. But he's officially going to be on the team this next season, and it's crazy too, because if you follow any of these college basketball recruiting guys or any of these national guys, when the transfer portal opens, I mean, it's just amazing. It's almost like watching Adam Schefter in NFL free agency, where it's just like every single day there's a new tweet about, all right, so this guy's interested in this school, this guy's taking visits here, this guy's committed. I mean, it's just always going crazy when it comes to transfers, and it's amazing to me when you see some of these guys who are tweeting out about these particular players, especially these grad transfers, how many times Arkansas is mentioned. You haven't seen that a lot, where if you have a big-time player, it's like, okay, well, he's interested in Arizona, he's interested in going to Auburn and Texas Tech and Arkansas.
Yeah, there's more buzz around the brand right now. And that generally always occurs following a new head coach. So there's more buzz in our state. I think the fan base has more enthusiasm, and hopefully that's transferring over or carrying over with recruits as well.
Yeah, and the transfer route is something that we know that Eric Musselman is very familiar with, because that's what he did in Nevada. And in order to help out right away, too, this is the route that he's going to have to go, is to go to the transfer route as well.
Now, as you mentioned earlier, we're going to have Hunter Yurachek join us later in the show. He was on with Ruskin and Zach last week. One of the things and one of the topics that was broached on, I don't know how much we'll get into it since it's kind of already been out there, is the assistant coaches for Eric Musselman and where that kind of stands right now. They have, Yurachek made it official. They had let go of T.J. Cleveland and Melvin Watkins are no longer employed, and that Scotty Thurman does have a chance to be on the staff, and that ultimately it is going to be Coach Musselman's decision in how he comprises his final staff. They're getting to know each other. It's kind of a feeling out period. I don't know how much of that topic we're going to get into since it's already out there. I don't want to have a lot of the same talking points that those guys had in their great interview, but certainly a little bit of an update, because I think a lot of people are wondering, when's he going to finalize this staff? When's that press release coming out to formalize a lot of that?
Yeah, because, I mean, you think about it, when coaches get hired in college basketball, even like Mike Anderson right now, it didn't take long to say, hey, he's getting T.J. Cleveland, he's bringing Melvin Watkins. It seems like it's a pretty not immediate thing, but it only takes a few days to get the guys in set, because you want to get to work. You want to start getting out there and recruiting. So
Chad Morris took several weeks to formally announce who his staff was, even though we knew who some of the guys were out working based on social media.
That's for sure. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
You're born amazing, and at Baptist Health, we want to keep you that way. In fact, that's our mission, to not only provide the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and comprehensive care to support your recovery, but also to be your guide to health. Also, you can keep on inspiring, keep on reaching, and keep on amazing. For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
Spring has arrived, and it's time to get your golf game in shape. The Golf Nut is your one-stop shop for everything golf. Looking for a new driver or fairway wood? Try out the new Callaway Epic Flash, tailor-made M5 or M6, the new Ping G410, or the Cobra F9. Need shoes? The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes from FootJoy, Adidas, New Balance, Skechers, and Echo, and the new FootJoy shirts are now back in stock. As always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Looking for a new truck or SUV? Dunford is the place to be now. We have 0% financing WAC on new 2018 and 2019 Ford F-150 trucks. We're talking about America's best-selling truck for the last 42 years. Not in the market for a truck? How about an SUV? We have 0% APR financing WAC on new Expeditions, Explorers, and Edges. 0% offers won't last long. Remember, make us a reasonable offer and it's a done deal. Dunford Country. Call us or see us on the web at dunfordcountry.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Whole lot of sunshine with us today. Our temperatures this afternoon will be right around the 80-degree mark. Could dodge an isolated shower or rumble of thunder later on tonight, and overnight low upper 50s. Our best chance of seeing some showers or storms will be north on Tuesday, highs mid to upper 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at livefromhertz.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
All right. Got me? By the end of the summer, we'll be a well-oiled machine.
Well, I've been playing against Pat Bev since he was at Arkansas, so I kind of know what he brings. He's a Chicago kid, man. Grew up and raised in the Chicago area, so those dudes play with a different type of grit.
We had like 6 guys just walk. Jog to Coach Thurman, jog to Coach Rudy. First of all, it's a great day to be a Razorback. It's great to be back out on the field.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Certainly had some great spring camping weather over the weekend. If it made you yearn to be out there, be in a great park, be by a great river or a lake, hey, Crabtree RV can help you do it. Right next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma, they got up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels, up to $10,000 off on travel trailers, pop-ups, motor coaches. They've got savings all across. Plus, their indoor showroom where you can shop in comfort. They have all the accessories and everything you need. Their collision center and repair center is open for any body and paint needs, all your service needs as well. So if you're ready to go camping, but you need a little help to get there, let Crabtree RV in Alma help you get it done. Crabtree RV, next to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. That's exit 13 off of I-40. It's where your family's dreams come true.
Wanted to get into this since we're having the athletic director at the University of Arkansas, Hunter Yurchek, on with us around 8:35 this morning. Really looking forward to that interview with him. One of the things that, of course, he's had to go through was the coaching search for Eric Musselman and making the hire, which seems like most people are excited about it, and I know he's excited about it. But he's just been on the job for about a year and a half now, and you have a new football coach, relatively new football coach. I know he's gone through a season, but still relatively new. You have a new basketball coach. You have a baseball program that's in its peak and its pinnacle of its competitiveness. You got a women's basketball program that's on the rise, and people are confident in Mike Neighbors. I mean, you just have a lot of good things going on with the athletic program. And so one of the things I'm going to be curious to ask Hunter Yurchek about is just what's the next big step for this athletic department? Mm-hmm. Because we know that the basketball and football program need work, but these coaches that are in place right now, they're still trying to prove themselves and build it back up to get it to that point. So it's not like, it's got to be win or die this year, at least in the format of, you cut ties and then you work on it. So it's what's going to be the next big step? What's the next goal for this program?
Because you look at coaches, you're pretty solid. You're heading into year 2 with Chad Morris. Obviously, you just hired a new basketball coach with Musselman, and Dave Van Horn's the gold standard. So, I mean, the 3 major sports, you're set with coaches. You look at facilities. You just put a North Addition onto your football stadium that's been open for a season. You seem set, and I know there's a constant arms race with facilities.
Oh, yeah.
They just upgraded the locker room. There's always going to be things that you're constantly remodeling and improving, but there's paying off the debt from the North End Zone expansion probably is the next big step. Basketball, you just built the practice facility a few years ago. I know it's not brand spanking new, but it's
pretty brand spanking new.
It's pretty new. There's probably some renovations and some things that you can continue to improve inside Bud Walton Arena, but for that building being 25 years old, it almost looks 5 years old. I mean, the university, through different administrations, has done a great job of keeping that facility looking just top-notch. And then you look at Baum Walker, they just continue. It seems like every year he gets better, and now they're getting ready to build a whole new performance center, or however it's going to be titled, out along right field and down the first base line. So there's more facility and investment already announced and underway there. That's coming next as the big construction project. So that's a good question. what next? Because when you think what's next, coaching you're set.
Yeah.
Facilities you're kind of set. So, I don't know as far as the big three sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is kind of the next thing?
Because I'm sure there are some things when it comes to besides the big three sports that he's probably got in his mind. But you feel like as an athletic director, and at least this is how your mind should be working, is that you're always looking. All right, so what's our next thing? What's our next goal here?
Winning.
Exactly.
Winning. I mean, you made the investments. You've invested in your coaches and your facilities, as we just went through for the last minute. Finding ways and doing everything you can to support behind the scenes and then out in front of the scenes, where it's winning. That's what's next. That's the only thing these programs are missing, particularly with the big two. I mean, obviously baseball has won and wins and continues to consistently win at a high level. Football and basketball got to win. And the only thing left for baseball to win is the national championship. It's the only thing left. Football just needs to consistently get back to, and when I say winning, I'm not talking you got to win the division or you've got to win the SEC title. I mean, those would be wonderful, but just realistically, finding a way. I think the big thing, the big job at hand for Hunter Yurachek right now, how do you get your football program? Because that's the cash cow, that's the money maker. How do you get Chad Morris's program back to 8+ wins consistently? Knowing there's tougher schedules coming. This is kind of the last year, if you will, of kind of an easy non-conference schedule to navigate through. You better be particularly buckled up for the 2020, 2021, 22. That stretch beyond is not going to be as easy to win 7, 8, 9 games. No one's sitting around a microphone or at a keyboard or anywhere else demanding 10+ wins year in, year out. Just can you get somewhere around an 8-win average, 9-win average? And that's not settling for mediocrity. That's accepting the reality of the difficulty of the current state of the SEC West and where your program's currently at. Get to that 8-win level, sustain that, and then let's see how you get from 8 to 10. But the big job right now, to me, is how do you get the football program back to winning so that you can get back to having 65, 70+ thousand crowds in your stadium on a consistent basis, because that's why people aren't coming.
Yeah.
And you got to get butts back in seats. And the only way to get butts back in seats is winning ball games.
Yeah, because in fact, I'm already setting it up to where this season you may have, just depending on how the year goes, maybe the Auburn game, maybe the Mississippi State game. Those would be the only two that actually would get close to getting to that number. And it has nothing to do with
that's going to depend how much have you won or lost before those games.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is that it's just going to depend on how the season goes and how people are feeling about it. And that's the thing, is like at the University of Arkansas, especially when it comes to the big sports and even some of the more minor sports, is that you have a situation where the university supports it financially. I don't think there's a single program that you can look at on campus that says, you know what, they just don't get the support. They don't get the money. They don't get the attention that it deserves. Mm-hmm. There's not a program that you can say that about at the university, which I think is
There's
also
not one you can say they're not trying to win in that sport.
Right, exactly.
I don't care if it's gymnastics or women's tennis or whatever. They have a pretty good facility, pretty good coach in most cases, and second to none. As far as facilities in most cases. So.
Yeah. And that's what sets it up, and that's what makes the job that Hunter Yurachek has and what he's taken over from Jeff Long, and before that even Frank Broyles, is that you have a program that pays attention to success and tries to put all of its athletic programs into success. Because even big-time programs, when we always joked about the like Florida, for instance, and that they were football-driven. Well, when their basketball program was really at the top, when it had Billy Donovan and they were competing for championships, it was pretty renowned that this program was not given the support that you would think of a big-time program, when it's quite the opposite at a place like Arkansas, that if you start winning and if you start having that success, you'll have whatever facility you want. Mm-hmm. You'll get whatever assistant coach you need. You'll get everything that you need to be successful. And as an athletic director and Hunter Yurachek, you got to feel confident in having that sort of ability at the school that you're at, where it's not going to like he's going to go to the board or the administration and say, hey guys, this program's really taken off. I mean, we're competing for a national championship, but they need a new facility. What do you guys think? Oh, no, can't do it. It's because we don't care about that sport. I mean, it's just never had that feel at the university. And when you brought up this point about football, and it's exactly right, is it's just a matter of, okay, you got to win. And I think, just given from what we know, that Hunter Yurachek and the University of Arkansas has given Chad Morris and this football program everything they need to be successful. It's up to them to make it happen.
Right, and we were going through schedule and looking at some of the games. I'm telling you, if you could find a way to beat Ole Miss early in the year next year, that's a huge ask. But I'm telling you, get off and you got 3 of your first 4 non-conference games, and that's why that Ole Miss game is so key. You're going to put a lot more butts in the stands for that 3rd and 4th non-conference, or that 3rd and 4th game, which are non-conference games, even though they're non-conference games, with a win over Ole Miss. It's just a huge game for a lot of reasons. Not just because it's SEC, not just because it would be Chad Morris's first SEC win, not just because it would give you a real legitimate shot to go bowling, not give you a real chance to get off to a 4-0 start as a program and still have one more non-conference game on down in the schedule. It's a huge game for Arkansas early in the year. I mean, that to me is like outside of baseball, the next big thing coming. Can you beat Ole Miss? Game 2. Because if you can do that, it sets the tone for a lot of other things, and it really sets you up, have a great shot to go to a bowl game this year. Which to me, if you can get to 6 wins, it's been a pretty successful advancement of where you were a year ago from 2.
Without a doubt. I mean, it puts you right in the position that you're hoping to take that next step, where it's not going from 2 wins to 10 wins, but taking that next step forward. That's what people are hoping for this football season.
And we've established here that you got to win at least 5, because if you don't win those non-conference games,
jeez.
I mean,
everything's bad if that happens.
You got to win those. I mean, the 4. At home against there is no road trip to Colorado State. They're here
in Fayetteville.
Portland State. I mean, you just look through the non-conference games. Those are 4 very winnable games in your stadium in Fayetteville. And then we're saying 5 is like the floor, the minimum, because you can't go through another year without an SEC win. That's why I'm saying you get that Ole Miss game to me is just so huge. You could get a lot of pressure off and really set a tone and really give your program a chance for a 4-0 start. So, I don't know. That to me is just kind of where things are at. What's the big next step for Hunter Yurachek? What's the priority? Figuring out how to do anything and everything you can to make Chad Morris successful. Make him a winning football coach. Because that's what's going to put people back in the stands. That's what's going to put Razorback football back in a right now. It's just, I think the priority, some of the importance of it has been lost with certain fans. I hear more and more people giving up season tickets. More and more people saying, I'm not going back. I'm not paying. I'll buy tickets on the street. There's plenty available. And you know what? They're right. The demand. We got to get demand back up for this football program. And the only way to do it is to win. And that's his job as the AD, is to make sure that happens.
Yeah, because right now what we look like and what it looks like for us is that they are trying to do whatever it takes to win. It's just a matter of getting that done. And if they start 4-0, that'll be great. But man, if you had it in a way that you could finally beat Texas A&M after that, I don't know if this state could handle that right now, going 5-0 with that success. But we're going to get into that with Hunter Yurachek, who's going to be joining us around 8:35 this morning, so really looking forward to that. Hey, Supercuts of Arkansas is hiring licensed cosmetologists and barbers. Join their family and take advantage of the amazing benefits and growth opportunity in continued education. Team members will earn up to 2 weeks of paid time off, commission-based performance pay, great tips, birthday pay, company-sponsored health insurance, and so much more. And as a team member, you will attend the Supercuts Hairstylist Training Academy for 1 week, cost-free, and extensive color training and additional training seminars and recertification class each year. Simply apply online at supercuts.com or contact Joe at 520-203-4316. Supercuts, the next step to secure your future.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Wow, this is hard. Not every game is meant to be big, like bobbing for watermelons, for instance. But the Big Win Scratch-Off from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is. This enormous ticket is packed full of ways to win big, and has a top prize of $250,000. Yep, it's time to get down to bigness. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Mosquito Joe. Outside is fun again. Stephanie, people ask us all the time, what does that mean? Why don't you explain that to them?
For my husband, it was always fun because, he doesn't get bit. But for me and the kids, Mosquito Joe has been a game changer. We can now go outside without coating ourselves with bug spray or smacking ourselves in the face. Put down the bug spray, pick up the phone. 479-202-9960. That's 479-202-9960. Or go to our website, arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. If you mention you heard it on ESPN, you'll get your first treatment for $39.
This is the Morning Rush.
Guys, are you tired of all the hassles with your CPAP machine? Putting on the mask every night, cleaning or replacing hoses and filters? Tired of taking it on trips and wondering where you're going to plug it in? And don't forget the distilled water. You need a solution. River Valley Sleep Solutions. Replace your CPAP with an innovative custom-fitted mouthguard. Medical insurance is accepted, and financing options are available. Find out more at rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
You know, a night out with friends can be so much more. Upgrade your evening at 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Rediscover life's simple pleasures. Dial back, slow down, and immerse yourself in what true relaxation can be. Top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Upgrade your night on the Avenue.
Get massive price reductions during spring savings at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith. Orr Chevy is taking $7,000 off new body style 2019 Silverados and $10,000 off 2019 Tahoes and Suburbans. Folks, you haven't seen $10,000 off new Tahoes and Suburbans in ages, but it's happening today in Fort Smith. Or get 0% for 72 months for the first time ever on new 2019 Silverados. Spring savings also means lower prices and payments on smaller Chevys, like a Chevy Equinox for $21,437 or $327 a month, or a Chevy Spark $10,991 or $174 a month. Plus, with any new vehicle sold, Orr Chevy will give you a lifetime powertrain warranty, 2 years of free maintenance, and free car washes for life. Don't miss spring savings at the River Valley's favorite, Orr Chevrolet on Auto Park Drive under the giant American flag. Payments based on 75 months and 4% APR with approved financing and 99 or newer non-GM trades. Surf OrChevyFS.com for more details. Chevy, find new roads.
With over 40 years combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work, real work, working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. It's okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
ESPN 95.3. Who needs coffee in the morning when you have John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft? This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by the Ritchie Bros.
Yeah, if you need to sell heavy equipment or other assets, Ritchie Brothers and Iron Planet offers unprecedented choices of ways to sell when, where, and how you want to do it. They'll come to your place, sell your items on site with an on-site auction. They can do it online with an unreserved reserved online auction, unreserved on-site auction. They even got their own marketplaces where Ritchie Brothers can place your items and get you the very most for your items. Whatever your selling needs are, they've got it figured out. Call David Lee, 479-322-2052. Go over the options with David. Go over the items you want to sell and what you're looking to get for them. They'll have an idea of what the market is bearing right now because this is what they do each and every day. They've been doing it for 60 years. Call David, 479-322-2052, or visit RitchieBros.com. That's Ritchie, BROS.com.
It's really disappointing, too, over the weekend to see the third assistant coach in college baseball get nixed. You know, that not enough coaches, not enough schools voted for it to pass to be able to have that third paid assistant in college baseball. And if you've listened from Dave Van Horn and you know how he feels about it, and he would give up his own salary, his own money to be able to have another paid third assistant in college baseball. So it's just disappointing to see that not go through.
Now, as I read all of this through the weekend and last week, this was coupled with softball. This wasn't just a baseball decision, correct? It was
correct.
Baseball and softball.
That's right.
And I would assume, and I'm assuming here, so y'all correct me.
Know what assuming does.
You can't do it any other way because of Title IX?
Correct.
So you have to baseball can't vote to have its own third assistant and not have one for softball.
Correct.
I wonder, because of the revenues, because let's just be honest, softball doesn't create the kind of revenues baseball does. And I saw a video with Tony Vitello, who Arkansas is going to play this weekend, and Tennessee coming in. All these coaches are saying the right thing. How do they make this? I think baseball on its own would probably make it happen. But you're not talking about hiring, for universities, you're not hiring just one assistant, you're hiring two. One for softball, one for baseball. And I would imagine softball at just about any institution is not profitable.
But it seems like every coach in the SEC. And then funny, though, that the SEC programs, the SEC schools.
I bet softball in the SEC is not profitable.
No, I'm not saying it's profitable. But those programs were all for that third assistant. They were willing
because
to
they've got enough revenue. I'm amazed, though, at the ACC and some of these other Power 5 leagues, the Big 12, which wasn't overwhelmingly in favor of some of this. I just wonder if you were able to say it's all right, this is just for baseball, I think it would have passed.
Easily.
That's just me saying that. I don't, but ADs have to weigh this. Hey, you're opening up two more positions, not just one. Everybody talks about it from the baseball perspective. But the business reality is you were hiring two more full-time staff members to your athletic department, not one.
I'd also be curious of how much those coaches would even get paid.
Let's just say it was $50,000 a year each. I mean, plus benefits, and you're still talking about $120,000, $30,000 a year investment somewhere.
Well,
and particularly in softball, you're adding an expense to a sport that's not covering its bills as it is, and that's fine. And a lot of these other sports aren't going to do that anyway. Some of these sports don't even sell tickets. Golf, you got a coach, you got travel expenses. They don't, how many golf tickets you ever bought? Be none.
I wouldn't even know where to go to get golf tickets. But no, and that's where I'm with you on it. It's just like I understand it, and I understand why people voted against it because of the softball element and the angle that gets thrown in there. It's just disappointing to see.
But more and more baseball programs are becoming cash flow positive.
Yes.
Maybe that's just not enough cash flow to cover both spots. But that's not the conversation. Your football program, your network money, your television revenue is enough to cover all of it. To me, you're cheating the kids again.
Yeah. Well, also, I think that the other problem that baseball needs to work on is increasing that 11.7 scholarships, trying to find ways to get more scholarships for that. But there's
another Title IX hurdle.
Yeah, I know, and a lot of things going on with it. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
We are celebrating 50 years at Razorback Camper Sales, and it's spring camping season. All remaining 2018 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups are at rock-bottom prices. Or check out the 2019 Salem Bunkhouse 17-foot travel trailer with outside kitchen, power awnings. It sleeps 6, only $13,990 or $143 a month. Thank you for 50 great years at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com.
If you take great pride in your lawn, it's time to come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and check out our full line of Hustler zero-turn lawnmowers. Zero-turn mowers from Hustler will give you the perfectly manicured cut you want. With power, strength, and speed, you can quickly maneuver around any obstacle with ease. And with payments starting as low as $54 a month, you can have that perfect lawn without breaking the bank. So come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville today or see us online at williamstractor.com to check out our full line of Hustler mowers. Williams Tractor is here to get you ready for spring.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Spring into savings in a new Buick Enclave or Encore from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save over $8,400 on a 2019 Buick Enclave, loaded with luxury, third-row seating, and all the extras. Only $38,999. Or the number one selling Buick in the market, the 2019 Buick Encore. Just $299 a month, or only $18,999. Spring into savings in a Buick from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Did you invest in real estate only to find out that real estate takes up too much of your time? If you answered yes, then it's time to make a call to the experts. With more than 30 years of combined property management experience and more than 16,000 units managed, Trinity Multifamily are the ones to call. Get your life back. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
ESPN 95.3. You're listening to the nonsensical life of John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush and or Auto Park at 6500 Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith. They're the home of the lifetime engine warranty on all new vehicles. Free maintenance for 2 years and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan at an affordable price. Or Auto Park also has a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for you to choose from. So visit orautopark.com where you can score more with Or. Let's go to the phone lines. Rod is on I-40. What's going on, Rod?
Good morning. How you guys doing this morning?
We're doing great. How about yourself, man?
Not bad, man. Free Heston. That's what the fans were chanting the third game.
Well, you know, we need to get Tommy back on this topic. He got a little heated there in the first segment, and we need to revisit it about the ejection of Heston Kjerstad on Friday's game.
I wasn't heated about that. I was heated about the reaction on Twitter.
Yeah, I was getting to that. So Tommy was just got a little heated, so we need to get him back up there and get his heart rate up and see how far we can push him.
I don't even have to go to the gym now.
Yeah, because Tommy was not happy about the reaction that people had to Heston Kjerstad's ejection. But I understand the fans and doing their chance of free Heston. I completely understand all that.
I found the ejection a bit premature, but that's just me. Yeah, I mean, I thought Connor looked stellar. I got to watch the last 2 innings he pitched when I got up, and then he brought in Koshachok, and he threw a few pitches, and they started playing Wild Thing because he was kind of all over the map. They had to bring in Zebulon to, calm things down, and they actually had our closer pitching one time, but man, that was a great game. I enjoyed the heck out of that.
Well, that's the type of game that you wanted to see out of Connor Nolan, for the issues that he's had and the struggles that he's had, for him to come into a game like that in that situation and pitch the way he did. I mean, that's the most ideal situation you could have for somebody like Connor. So I know that Razorback fans appreciate. I know that Dave Van Horn was really ecstatic by his performance. What you're hoping is that it builds him a lot more confidence to where he gets into these other Game 3 situations against SEC teams. He'll be able to perform that same way.
He looked absolutely relaxed. That one fastball he threw, I swear it ran up and back and down in again like a screwball. I'm like, what the heck is that? But I'll tell you, as long as he was throwing strikes, he couldn't really, vault him. And he got tired of a batter. He just popped him up. And they catch him in the outfield. And, I mean, 7 2/3 innings for less than 90 pitches. That's great.
Yeah, the most important thing is no runs were scored, Rod. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, well, as long as we keep going, it's too bad we can't Xerox Dave and put him all over the coaching staffs up there, because what a great coach.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. You wish you could make carbon copies of him. Appreciate the phone call, Rod. And see, that's the thing is that with the series that happened over the weekend, and just how Connor Nolan, that's what's going to get, at least from the reaction I see from Razorback fans, it's reactionary when you get into moments and all that. But fans are hoping that this is the series that catapults them, where they finally get things figured out. They put it together. The pitching was solid. The hitting was good. It was all there.
And I asked this seriously. Is it too early for that? I mean, because you don't want to play your best baseball in April and in early May. You want to play your best baseball very late May and all of June.
Right, but don't you want to have have it set up?
Sustaining your best play, is not. You can't sustain your very best between now and the in the very end run.
Yeah, but you also want
to early to peak.
No, but you also want to be able to have it to where you host regionals and super regionals and you finish in the SEC strong.
You got 12 games left in SEC play. I'm a big believer. You get to 20 wins, which means they need to win 8 out of these last 12. Do the math. 20 wins in SEC play is going to get you there.
Yeah, it'll get you there, and hopefully it'll be enough, and should be exciting. But, yeah, this may be the start of it right here.
Hey, do you own apartment complexes, condos, multifamily rental property? Trinity Multifamily is there to help you manage that property. Call Dave Pinson and his crew for this award-winning company, 479-452-1817, Northwest Arkansas, River Valley, Central Arkansas, Hot Springs. No matter where you're at, because they manage over 16,000 units in 11 different states. They can help you make your cash flow. Trinity Multifamily, online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette coming up next. Stay with us.
Frank Roll Furniture, with the best seats in the house for the month of April, is offering no sales tax and free delivery within 30 miles. Plus, yes, that's right, plus 15% off on all cash, check, or card sales, and 10% off on their in-store no-credit check financing. Again, April, 15% off cash, check, or card, and 10% off our in-store no-credit check financing with no sales tax and free delivery within 30 miles. Frank Roll Furniture, the best seats in the house. TVs and appliances excluded.
This is Mark Hurst. How important is new technology? That's a question I was recently asked by a student at a career day presentation at a local school. At Hurst Family Dental Care, we use new technology like digital x-rays, an iTero scanner instead of those messy impressions, and an Invisalign outcome simulator which can show you within minutes how Invisalign can straighten your teeth. Give us a call at 474-1972 and let us show you how new technology makes a difference in the way we are able to care for you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Skag zero-turn mowers, simply the best. Showcased at Alma Tractor and Equipment Spring Open House, April 26th and 27th. Skag offers a complete line of highly productive and reliable zero-turn mowers for the landscape professional and the homeowner. When nothing but the best will do, choose a Skag mower. See the lineup at Alma Tractor and Equipment's Open House, April 26th and 27th. Alma Tractor and Equipment, Highway 71 in Alma, and at almatractor.com.
Where can you get award-winning Memphis-style barbecue in Fort Smith? Whole Hog Cafe on Borough Road across from Cisterna Plaza off 71 South. Feast on world champion barbecue with their famous potato salad and smoky sweet baked beans while watching sports on the big screen. Plan your business meeting in the banquet room that seats 40. If it's a morning meeting, the coffee is on them. And they cater any event, large or small, and provide servers if you want. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner and a convenient drive-thru for takeout orders. The new location on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith is coming soon.
ESPN 95.3. All over the great state of Arkansas. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. It is spring camping season. I mean, the weather this weekend was ideal and perfect for it. Crabtree RV can get you fixed up, ready to go. If you want to try it out, you've been with some friends, you've been with some family, you've never been camping before. They have a rental program where you can try a pop-up, a fifth wheel, a travel trailer, a motor coach for the weekend, a week. You want to go on a vacation this way and kind of see if this is the lifestyle you want to try for your weekends and your vacations. Crabtree can help you with that. Call EJ, let them talk to you about their rental program at Crabtree RV in Alma. They also have a service center to take care of all your de-winterizing, all of your service needs, all your collision needs. If you got some body or paint work that needs to be done, it's all there for you. Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off of I-40. Next door to the Cracker Barrel, Crabtree RV. It's where your family's dreams come true.
Let's go to the phone lines. We're now joined by Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Good morning, Tom. How was the Easter weekend, my man?
The Easter weekend was just tremendous. I'm going on my second cup of Joe right now. It's a great day, man. I'm happy to be on the radio with you guys.
Well, it's always good to have you, and it was a big weekend for the Razorback baseball team. We got to start right there. Series sweep of the number 2 Mississippi State Bulldogs in Baum Stadium, and we were talking about it, Tom, that it wasn't necessarily surprising Arkansas won the series or even that they swept Mississippi State, but in the way that they did it, where they looked so dominant, especially in Game 2 and 3, and Connor Nolan in Game 3 throwing a gem. I mean, this was the type of series that Razorback fans have been hoping for, and then it came against Mississippi State. That doesn't get much better than that.
No, you cannot undervalue what that series did for Arkansas in a lot of different ways, starting with confidence. But if you go through and track what Mississippi State has done this year, a very strong track record, not a team that goes down easily any weekend, and I think they had only lost one series to LSU. They only had 6 losses coming into the series, and a veteran team that you don't look at as, even from a pitching standpoint, you don't look at as having a really tender bullpen, but Arkansas got into that bullpen and kind of ripped them up, and yeah, the scoring margin, 27-10. You just don't even think of that. I was in the yard on Saturday morning doing some work and thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to start Connor Nolan, who got no outs against Vanderbilt the previous week. Costi Shot, you don't want to use him too much because he's just coming off the arm injury. Scroggins is out of the picture. Some of your middle relief guys, Ramage has not been pitching well and threw a good number of innings. Who's gonna pitch if Connor Nolan can't stay in the game for 4 or 5 innings? And lo and behold, he throws 7 2/3. So from every conceivable standpoint, it was a really good weekend. So many hitters, now playing with great confidence, and but yet it never stops. Tennessee's coming to town. I saw today they are a top 10 RPI team, as is Arkansas at number 5. So with Tony Vitello coming in, and I think pretty good weather's on tap, this will be just a fantastic another home weekend at Mom Walker.
I thought Dave's kind of words of caution, if you will, following the series. That listen, Mississippi State thought they had it all figured out coming in here, and it didn't go well for them for the weekend. Just when you think because you're on top of the Western Division and you got it all figured out, this league, this division in particular, can chew you up and spit you out. There's a lot of baseball to be left ahead of the Razorbacks and the rest of this league. Just because you sweep a high-quality team does not mean that it's all figured out at this point and that Arkansas is a shoe-in for a top 8 seed or a College World Series appearance or anything. It just means you had a great weekend.
That's absolutely right. Mississippi State was flying high, number 2 in the country. and came in and just got humbled. And it could turn around. It can happen at home to you. But what Dave Van Horn has done with his team, it never ceases to amaze me how he has them competitive with all the losses they had. And I mean, think about this. Casey Martin was in a extended slump, and all those guys at the bottom of the order like Nesbitt and Franklin, they had cooled off after, the first month of the season. They were cooling off. Martin was slumping. And with the pitching issues Arkansas had, you're like, wow, how are they going to patch this together? And yet they turn in a weekend like that. But you're right. Cody Scroggins is resting. They don't think there's anything structurally wrong with his arm, so they're going to rest him probably this week, maybe next week. So you're still a little bit light in the bullpen. Ramage, don't know what's going on with him. So your pitching still isn't in, great position. So things can turn on a dime. But currently the Razorbacks are in good shape, and he's right, though. Don't start looking at the standings, boys. Things can turn around. The top 6 teams in the SEC West, I mean, you can separate them by laying a dime on the table, and all 6 teams are right there.
We're speaking with Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette right now in the Morning Rush. Tom, I also wanted to ask you about this third assistant coach idea that got turned down by the NCAA and all the schools that voted in on it. I know Dave Van Horn has had very strong opinions on it. A lot of SEC coaches have had strong opinions on it, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Just what are your overall thoughts about it being nixed there, and do you think that eventually at some point in time that it'll get overturned and people will actually start being all for paying a third assistant coach in baseball?
Yeah, this issue is not going away, and I think it will come back up again as soon as, the bylaws allow it to be voted on again. But Dave did not name any names, but it was clear that I think the Big 12 schools were the ones that mystified him, the ones that had a lot of money. So, Texas falls into that category, I'd say. But I thought it was a no-brainer that it would work. And baseball already has so many limitations. The 11.7 scholarships are really a joke when you compare, how much revenue it can bring in, particularly in the SEC. And the fact it puts such a burden on parents. And while in many other sports, you got people who are mired on the bench, 10, 11, 12 deep on a bench that are getting full rides. So there's an inequity there. And I think at some point it will get resolved. And Dave likes to point out that even just allowing a third guy to go out on the road and recruit to prove his mettle would be a big deal. And so I think it's only a matter of time before it comes up again. And, I felt like it was something that should have been done. And the sport of baseball is growing. And you look at Omaha every year and the hype it gets and what ESPN puts into it. It's a pretty big deal. And sport and teams like Arkansas, LSU, Mississippi State, it's at least a revenue neutral sport, and in some cases it generates revenue.
Right. I mean, we look at Arkansas and we see a baseball program that covers its own bills, that is cash flow positive. We see a few others, as you mentioned, LSU, who's had a stadium that they can fill up, and now Mississippi State's made the investment. South Carolina has been a program that way. We think that's the way it is around the country and around the sport, but it's really isolated to the Southeastern Conference. There are a handful that make money in baseball. The vast majority of the sport does not cover their own bills in baseball. And then you throw in, because of Title IX, by the way, there's a baseball and softball assistant being voted on this. And you can maybe understand why ADs were reluctant to vote for this just from the financial aspect, but we look at it through the SEC prism, which, hey, baseball's a big deal. It's a big sport, and people show up for it.
Yeah, we do look at it through that prism, and locally, we know what Arkansas baseball means to the populace and to the university. So, it does come from a little bit of a slanted viewpoint, but I think in the long term, it's going to be better for the sport, and these schools have the money.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's going to happen.
Most of these schools have a football program that could cover any kind of additional shortfall that would be created. But I'm telling you, you get ready here in a month or a month and a half and start watching some of these regionals and super regionals and out on the West Coast or some of these other places, and you'll be amazed that they got 2,500 or 3,000 or 4,000 people there at some of these places. Small stadiums, not big crowds. They're not big money revenue generators in some of these sports. You know, in some of these schools that you think are big Power 5 names. Yeah, they're big Power 5 names, but they're not making a lot of money playing baseball at some of these places.
Yeah, and that may ultimately be why it did not pass this time around. So they'll just go back to the drawing board. I mean, you know, Kendall Rogers, you know, was pretty passionate about it, and I think that kind of a national voice people will eventually rally around. I don't know how long it will take, but I think it will eventually come about.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Tom, we have Hunter Yurachek, the athletic director for Arkansas, coming up here on the show in about 45 minutes. And one of the things that we've been discussing, we're going to ask him about, is just what's the next big step for the athletic program? Because you got a relatively new football coach, you got a brand new basketball coach, you got baseball rolling, you got women's basketball starting to really get it going. It seems like as far as the coaches go, they're all pretty set there for right now. So we're going to talk about the next big step for this athletic program. So I'm just going to ask you the same question. Given where everything is at with Razorback Athletics, what would you say needs to be the next big step for Hunter Yurachek and his athletic program? And it could be facilities, it could be the programs, just whatever's the next big step for him.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's got some ideas. And, you know, I'll say this. For Jeff Long's, all of his faults, and, you know, I think getting along with the media was one of them. He did create, you know, the revenue streams were legitimate under what he did and the blueprint that they put forth for facilities. When you look back on it, you know, that Jerry and Gene Jones, the dining hall and study hall building is phenomenal, and the fact they've got now have a basketball practice facility, they've got the workout area for baseball and track and field, and now, you know, the expanded baseball deal is going to be huge. All that stuff's either been done or in motion. I know that they had been putting off a decision on what to do about Barnhill Arena, and so I would think a multi-purpose facility that would serve volleyball and gymnastics might be something that's coming down the road, either a major renovation of Barnhill or using that space for another facility.
Yeah, that's a good point. We didn't even think about that, but we could totally see that happening. Either way, there's always something in the works for the University of Arkansas, and we'll see what Hunter Yurachek has to say about the future of the Razorback athletic program. Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Always appreciate you hopping on with us, Tom. Have a great day, man. We'll catch up with you on Thursday, all right?
You bet you guys. Take care.
I appreciate it, man. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. We got to take a commercial break, but before we do, Tommy is going to tell you about Gaston's.
You know, this weekend I got to get out and enjoy some fishing this weekend in north central Arkansas. Fished on the White River and the North Fork River and just had a wonderful time. I'll tell you, it's a great week, a great 2 days of fishing. As far as the quality of the fishing, had some low water to work with, and just the fish being caught. It was just a great weekend of weather and a great weekend of fishing and great weekend of fun. And right now is a great time to get to Gaston's and enjoy exactly that kind of weekend coming up at Gaston's White River Resort. Fishing is the star of the show. Go get one of their experienced guides that's been on that river for decades, that knows exactly where the fish are, knows their behaviors, knows the habitat. It's not just the fishing as well. It's the wildlife. It's the bald eagles soaring. And you may think that sounds cliche or whatever, but it's true. I mean, it's just not many places you get to go, sit in a boat, look at a beautiful river, and watch bald eagles flying around, doing their work. It's just amazing watching the wildlife and everything around on the banks and in the air while you're enjoying the trout fishing. So call Gaston's, make a great weekend of it, and enjoy some of the wonderful fishing on the White River this weekend or this week. Summer's coming soon. If you got summer vacation plans or you got time off coming, you haven't made plans to where to go, start doing that. Summer weekends are already starting to fill up at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. If you've been before, you have a favorite guide or a favorite cottage, call and get that reserved right now and make that summer trip coming up. Next big event, they had a big Easter weekend buffet. Mother's Day will be the next big one. So we'll be telling you more about that in the days to come. It's just a few weeks away from Mother's Day in the month of May. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Enjoy some great time on the White River at Gaston's. Gaston's White River Resort, A first-class time every time.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Right now at Riggs Cat, your local cat dealer, get 0% for 48 months or up to $9,000 cash back on new cat compact equipment. Whether you're looking to buy, lease, or rent, we've got the right solution to fit your job site needs. Call Riggs Cat at 844-RIGGS-LR or visit riggscat.com/TV. That's Riggs Cat at 844-RIGGS-LR or visit riggscat.com/TV. Terms and conditions apply.
Start your summer with a splash and big savings on Doughboy above ground swimming pools. For a limited time, you can save $500 on your purchase of a full Doughboy pool package, including pool, liner, pump, and filter. Invest in a refreshing and relaxing pool for your family and experience the Doughboy difference of unmatched quality, longevity, and safety. Visit BurtonPools.com and get your $500 coupon and see Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 Zero Street at Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this. There's a raccoon going through our trash again. An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like, all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet. Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday? Oh, cool. A standing desk. Weekend. Oh, cool. A ski boat. You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new, rugged and dependable 2019 Toyota Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and end 4/30/19.
This is the Morning Rush.
What does that mean?
It means they are the best of the best.
Okay.
It means that Jody'sAuto.com was voted by the people that deal with them,
their customers,
as best at first getting the car in one of their 3 shops quickly, finding out what was wrong with it, fixing it right the first time, and charging the customers a fair price for the repairs.
Getting it in, getting it out quickly at a fair price. Huh.
Real simple. Jody'sAuto.com. Best of the best.
Jody'sAuto.com. One stop for the best tire brands at the best prices. Price match guarantee. And these folks know tires. 3 oil change specials. One stop for all services, all repairs, all maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. When you have made up your mind to live by 3 words, do what's right, being voted by your customers best of the best is quite an honor. Convenience and trust since 1984. Jody'sAuto.com, best of the best.
Hot dog! Spring is finally here and not a moment too soon. Hi folks, Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto Resources. No spring training here. Our all-star team is ready to help you hit a home run with savings up to $3,200 below retail. And the bases are loaded with the freshest inventory in the fort. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all the most popular makes and models right here in one spot. To make this team, these vehicles have to be Rath Road ready. That means they're hand-picked, then inspected and reconditioned in our own Meineke Car Care Center, so you know you're getting the very best pre-owned vehicle you can buy. If you're keeping the car you have, turn the double play in our Meineke Car Care Center with half-off brakes and up to $200 savings on a set of Cooper tires. Don't commit an error on your next used car purchase. Knock it out of the park with up to $3,200 below retail at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer and proud sponsor of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
With technology
technology moving faster every day, it's important for today's businesses to stay ahead of this fast-moving curve. Let Pinnacle Telecom partner with your business to ensure you're not left behind. We'll get you into a brand new IP phone system for as little as $99 per month. With world-class service and speed you can count on, Pinnacle Telecom is your best business solution, hands down. Check us out at pinnacletelecom.com or give us a call at 479-242-0000. Pinnacle Telecom, tomorrow's technology today.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It's time for your Hog Update, presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
Ozark Sportsman Supply has everything you need to be ready for fishing, for hunting, for sport shooting, for anything you're wanting to do, even getting your concealed carry permit. They can help you with all of the biggest and best selection of hunting gear you're going to find anywhere. Largest selection of firearms in the state. Like you said, it's fishing season too. They got all the stuff you need for fishing season. Camo, archery supplies, hunting and fishing, anything outdoors, they are ready for it at Ozark Sportsman Supply. And like we said, those concealed carry classes, they do those once a month as well. Stop in and find out when the next one is scheduled at Ozark Sportsman Supply. More details online at ozarksportsman.net. Easy to find. Ozark Sportsman Supply, located on 412 just west of Springdale in Tawnytown, or get online at ozarksportsman.net.
Razorback baseball brings out the brooms and sweeps Mississippi State over the weekend in Baum Stadium. Mississippi State was the number 2 team in the country, so a big series victory for Arkansas. Now they are atop of the SEC West standings, but for right now, because we all know, as Tom Murphy, who joined us in the previous segment, I mean, the amount of talent and the amount of games that are between the top 6 teams in the SEC West are just paper thin. But for right now, at least, the Razorbacks are on top there. Also, in other news, this is something we really didn't get to discuss very much because it happened late last week, but Mike Anderson officially hired as St. John's head basketball coach. Looks like he's going to be bringing over Melvin Watkins and TJ Cleveland from his previous staff. So we'll see how it all plays out. We'll see what the contract looks like there. But either way, Mike Anderson didn't waste any time. And, we had that fun with the Easter eggs when we opened them up and we gave our hot takes about it. Ty gave the hot take that he said Mike Anderson was going to stay around in Fayetteville, but it's okay. We're not keeping score or anything.
Well, ultimately, I bet he doesn't sell his home here. If I had to guess, I bet there won't be a for sale sign in front of the home he just built.
So you think he'll stay? He'll have a home that stays, or his house will stay here. He'll still be able to come back.
I would imagine there will be a home remain. That would be my guess. I don't know that, but I kind of envision Mike when his coaching days are done, this will be the place he retires to and calls home.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And I'll be curious to see how much the contract is, too, that he gets at St. John's, because he was making about $3.5 million at Arkansas. Or $2.5 million. $2.5 million at Arkansas. So, I mean, they were paying Steve Mullen.
Chris Mullen.
Not Chris Mullen. Chris Mullen. They were paying him about $3 million per year. So,
well, generally, you pay more.
Yes, generally.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
so
generally. So,
and then, I don't know if you've checked in on New York state taxes.
I hear it's high.
But it's a little more expensive to live there.
Yeah.
Cost of living in New York City, a little higher.
Yeah, and again, I'll say this, too, that it was extremely surprising to see Mike Anderson take the job at St. John's. Not to take a job, just I just felt like he would stay somewhere closer in the South because that's where he's been.
You ever been to New York City?
I have not.
It'd be an interesting thing to be. I've visited there twice. It's been a little while since, but neat place to visit. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but I can see the intrigue of why you'd want to coach in Madison Square Garden.
Hey, I'm not faulting him for it at all. I mean, I'm just saying that if I had my guesses,
that is a wonderful place.
If I had my guesses, a guy that's from Alabama and that's coached at Birmingham and in Columbia, Missouri, and Fayetteville, Arkansas, I'll take a job up there.
One thing to visit. It's another thing to live in a place like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So
when you're used to the traffic and you're used to the life we have here.
Yep. And folks, that it's the most Arkansas thing is going to happen where Mike Anderson's going to make a Final Four at St. John's. Just getting you prepared.
And play Arkansas on his way to it.
Yep. And beat him in the first round. Just going to happen. Just get prepared for it. More of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
It's your piece of land, your point of pride, your place of peace and quiet. Your yard means something to you. So mow like you mean business with a professional-grade Gravely zero-turn mower. Gravely means comfort. Gravely means strength. Gravely means cutting precision. Gravely mowers mean business. Gravely, build to mow the distance.
Visit Bush Machine and Tractor, 73010 Street in Fort Smith, or at bushtractor.com.
Or Nissan has the most affordable cars in every category. Most affordable sedan. This 2019 Nissan Versa sedan is only $11,957. America's most affordable pickup. This 2019 Nissan Frontier is $21,389. Most affordable SUV. This 2019 Nissan Kicks is $19,824. Most affordable 7-passenger V6 SUV. This 2019 Nissan Pathfinder is $28,607. Plus, only Or Nissan gives you a lifetime powertrain warranty and free car washes for life. So head to Or Nissan in Fort Smith under the giant American flag.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Whole lot of sunshine with us today. Our temperatures this afternoon will be right around the 80-degree mark. Could dodge an isolated shower or rumble of thunder later on tonight, and overnight low, upper 50s. Our best chance of seeing some showers or storms will be north on Tuesday, highs mid to upper 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com.
Radio station. KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is The Morning Rush.
All right. Everybody got me?
By the end of the summer, we'll be a well-oiled machine.
Well, I've been playing against Pat Bev since he was at Arkansas, so I kind of know what he brings. He's a Chicago kid. Grew up and raised in the Chicago area, so those dudes play with a different type of grit.
We had like 6 guys just walk. Jog to Coach Thurman, jog to Coach Ruder.
First of all, it's a great day to be a Razorback. It's great to be back out on the field.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40. It's next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Save up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels, up to $10,000 off on travel trailers. We had a great weekend of weather. It would have been a great weekend to be out at the campsite, whether it was by a lake, by your favorite river or fishing stream, or just in one of our great state or national parks that are just at our back door here in the great state of Arkansas. Crabtree RV can help put you there. Next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma, stop in to see everything they got to offer with zero down on virtually every model right now and top dollar for your trade. Crabtree RV, it's where your family's dreams come true.
Since this hour, around 8:35, Hunter Yurchek, the athletic director for the University of Arkansas, is going to be joining us. So we're maneuvering around a few of our segments. So we're going to do the best and the worst of the weekend here in this segment. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
We the best.
This is the worst.
It's time for the best and worst of the weekend.
All right, I'll go ahead and kick us off as far as the best of the weekend. It's hard to argue that Arkansas sweeping Mississippi State in the convincing way that they did was not the best of the weekend, but I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to get a little more specific of it. The best thing that I saw over the weekend was the performance by Connor Noland. Connor Noland, we know, has, trying to think of maybe a comparison of just I'm saying there's an expectation, but he's definitely he's a household name for a lot of different reasons before he even arrived on campus because of him coming from Greenwood, the success that he had, not only in football, but in baseball, playing both sports. Started a game for Razorback football. Was one of the 2 games that they won this year. People were excited about his ability, and then when it was announced that Connor Noland was going to be a starter in the weekend rotation to start the season, expectations came along with it as well. So he's always just been a fascinating and intriguing character in his freshman year at Arkansas, but there's no doubt that as a pitcher, there came some struggles. The game against Vanderbilt that he had on that Saturday was just about as bad of a start as you could have. And it was about getting his confidence back. He takes care of business against UAPB when he comes into the midweek series as getting a quote-unquote demotion. He comes in, performs well there, and then on a Saturday game in a Game 3 series against the number 2 team in the country, he comes in and just pitches about as well as you could ask anybody to do, where he goes 7 2/3 inning, has no runs scored on him, gets 5 strikeouts. I mean, that's about as big as it can get, and his performance over the weekend was great as well. So you're hoping that this will be able to just build on top of his confidence, that he'll be able to be a lot more consistent of a pitcher. But there's no doubt that as far as all the performances over the weekend and of all the great things that we saw, seeing Connor Nolan perform that well in that situation is about as good as you get. Yeah. So that was definitely my best of the weekend.
Yeah, it's hard not to go with something Razorback baseball based on the dominance of their performance. Isaiah Campbell, once again, just beautiful on Thursday night and, part of the weekend. I'm going to go with the crowds and you, the fans out there. The way you showed up for Game 2 and 3 was just awesome. And once again, the pictures, the video when you watched it, on the SEC Network Plus, it just showed once again why Baum-Walker Stadium is the best in the country. I know they've built something new there in Starkville. I know other places are trying to essentially copy what we have here in Fayetteville. You just can't copy what Arkansas's fans bring, though. What the hog pen adds. Just the spirit. And it even comes through the TV, through the radio. I was listening to most of the third game on the radio with Phil, and you could hear the crowd through the radio and having their effect on the game. I thought that was one of the best parts of the weekend, is how impressive it is when you watch those games, the way the crowd, even when it got to the point on Friday night where it was a decided ball game. It's 12-2 down late in the game. It was still a good amount of fans in the stand. Some had left, but still a good amount of fans. I mean, hats off to you, the fans. Once again, best part of the weekend was the way you showed out and showed up for Arkansas baseball.
Yep, I'm sure it'll be the same way again this weekend against Tennessee, and if they can continue to build, just wait till those regionals and super regionals. Those are always the most fun time in Baum Stadium if they're able to host. But yeah, the fans definitely deserve a lot of kudos for that. My worst of the weekend is, I'm not even going to name names because I'm not going to dignify the people that have been saying these things, but when Mike Anderson got the job at St. John's, most Razorback fans, most reasonable, logical fans said, that's awesome. Congratulations, Mike. We'll be rooting for you down here. Hopefully you succeed. Can't wait to see what you can do. It was a very positive thing. It was a very good feeling that Razorback fans had towards Mike Anderson and what he's going to be doing at St. John's. The problem I had is seeing people, because, again, I'm not talking about just little, egg Twitter people who, don't have 2 followers or whatever. I'm talking about people who are actually in a media platform coming out and saying that Mike Anderson won out. Mike Anderson upgraded jobs. In what world could you say that Mike Anderson upgraded jobs, other than just to say that to get a rise out of Razorback fans? I mean, the only thing that you could possibly make the argument for is that if he's a guy that enjoys being in New York City, that's probably a lot better than being in Fayetteville. But besides that,
but if you're not used to that, I don't know.
Right.
To each their own. I don't know that I would. I enjoy visiting New York City. Like to go there again. I don't know that I would enjoy living in New York City.
No.
Cost of living's high. Obviously the most populated metropolitan area in our country.
It's cold.
Times of the year it can be very cold. I mean, it's just, it would be a shocking change of lifestyle, and I'm sure for Mike and his family, it's going to be a shocking change of lifestyle.
Fayetteville, Arkansas, and New York City. It's, I don't know.
Two different things.
I don't know if you can get more opposite than that, but the amount of people that were just saying that, Mike Anderson upgraded jobs. He's the one that really won out in this, and it's just funny that all these Razorback fans wanted to get rid of him, and he's the one that ends up winning out in it. It's like, listen, I understand that Mike Anderson got a good job. It's not like St. John's is just this awful, terrible job, and he's going to have to just beg for scraps to be able to be successful there. But to make the argument that Arkansas was stupid for firing Mike Anderson and that Mike Anderson actually was the one that got the upgrade because St. John's is a better situation and a better job than what Arkansas is, those are just people that are trying to get a rise out of Razorback fans. And I can't understand it. Why are there people out there? You could say this about anything. Why are there people out there that just like to make people mad? And I don't know, maybe I'm different, but I like it when people like me, or at least I attempt to have people like me. I'm not saying everyone does, but I try to strive for that, where it's just a likability.
That's one of your
factor.
weaknesses.
That's my weakness. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what's holding me back. Is I just want people to like me too much. But there are some people out there that just love it. They relish in
Smalling?
it. Maybe so. But they just relish in the fact that people don't like them. It's like, what kind of life is that to live?
One to admire.
I guess so. Well, we know where Tommy's heart is at. Tommy enjoys getting people heated at him, which I'm sure I'm going to know what your worst of the weekend is, given how you acted in the opening segment.
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay,
that would be an easy one. I'm going to give a personal, even though that kind of got personal Saturday night on Twitter, with all I did was give a quick and simple observation about Heston Kjerstad's ejection from the game on Friday night, that it was the second thing he said when he turned around for the second helping of whatever the exchange was between him and the home plate umpire is what got him ejected. And that was just a pretty simpleton observation. Oh, and you would defend the guy. It's not a defense. It was a bad pitch. It was a blankety-blank call. I don't disagree with you. Anyway, let me say that I want to give you what I really thought was the worst thing that happened to me over the weekend. A personal story. So, as you know, I shared this earlier. I went fishing this weekend, and I was doing some. It was a great weekend for trout fishing on the North Fork, and we had done really well. Hadn't caught a lot of big fish, but I caught a lot of really good fish over the weekend, and just having fun catching and putting them back. Just one after another, bang, bang. But we hadn't caught any of those 24, 25, 26, 7-inch fish that you really go. I mean, those are the one or two fish you remember for the weekend. But we'd caught a lot of good fish, and just having a ball out there. Finally, bang. One of them hits, and all right, this fish a little different. This fish goes, anyone that's an angler, and I know that's not necessarily your favorite pastime.
Not my wheelhouse.
But you can see the line going straight up the river. And I'm just reeling down on it, hadn't got the line tight yet. Stupid fish bites the line off. And I can tell, and I see him as he comes by the front of the boat. This was going to be the best fish of the weekend. Maybe what we would call a wall hanger type fish. This was going to definitely be what John Neighbors would call a picture fish. We're definitely taking a picture
this is
of
Instagram
me
worthy
with that fish. And before I can even get reeled down tight on this fish, there's no setting the hook yet. There's not. This stupid fish just bites the line in two. Just the only time that's ever that was the worst part about it. It was just sickening.
So you're
sickening.
So you said you hadn't tightened it yet, but then when he bit it, you just
the fish was swimming so fast back upstream at it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're casting downstream, and before you can reel down and tighten up, he bit the line and took off. Never had that happen.
I know
that. Well, like that when you could see, and as he passed by, he just kind of smiled and said,
So how, as far as
that may just there may have been a few profanities unleashed that moment.
No, not from you. But no, just because I honestly don't know. Like, as far as where you've caught fish or how big a fish you've caught before, where would this one have ranked? Like, how big do you feel
I don't
like
know.
it was
in the water, but it would
yeah.
have been a good. This was a pretty good one.
It was a worthy one. It was one that you'd brag about.
Well, we'd have taken a picture and put it back, but it was going to be. It was just going to be a fun, hopefully 5 or 10 minute tussle, and I got cheated out of it. That made me the sickest this weekend.
If I just go fishing with dynamite, Tommy, just do that.
Game and Fish frowns upon those kind of activities.
Oh, really? Is that?
Well, when you get caught, they tend to. They do a little more than finger pointing at you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can understand. Maybe that's not the right way to go. But
anyway,
hey, you'll get it next time.
That was the worst part of my weekend.
You'll get it next time, Tommy. You'll get it next time. All right, well, there's the best of the worst of the weekend. Oh, by the way, real quick, Porter comes in on Twitter, says the best thing he saw, of course, was Connor Nolan. The worst thing of the weekend, seeing my picture of me in my field. Did you see my picture of me in my field?
I wasn't sure if you were doing the number 2 or what you were doing there, but yeah.
That's for you to decide, Tommy.
You were in the pose that led you to figure out what is he doing?
A whole new meaning
down in those
whole new meaning to outdoor
flowers.
plumbing. Yeah, it was my field there. So, yeah, I can understand that was the worst of the weekend. All right, so there's the best.
You need to mow your grass if that's your field.
Yeah, well, I know. I'll get right on that. That's the best and the worst of the weekend. This is the Morning Rush. Got to take a commercial break, and we are brought to you by this whiskey festival that's coming up. Can't wait to see it.
This weekend, the Bentonville Whiskey Festival, going to be at the Pill Mansion, 400 South Walton Boulevard in Bentonville. Time to get tickets is running out. 479-684-8677. It all gets underway with VIP hour at 3 o'clock this Saturday, so you don't want to miss it at the Pill Mansion. All right? arwhiskeyfestival.eventbrite.com for more details. You can go to hitthatline.com, look for the ad on there for the Bentonville Whiskey Festival logo, and you can click on that, and it'll take you straight to their site as well. That's easier for you. Call 479-684-8677. You can text or call that number. Food trucks, food samples, you get a swag bag with a VIP ticket, live music, and a whole lot more. It's this Saturday, the Bentonville Whiskey Festival. 479-684-8677 for tickets or online at arwhiskeyfestival.eventbrite.com.
The most honest sports radio show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi everyone, this is Scott, and right now catfish is something special at Calico County. Whether you like it crispy fried, grilled, or blackened, all of our catfish is currently available at a special price. We'll cook it the way you like it and then serve it with 2 sides and rolls. You can also have our same great fish served on a hoagie roll with slaw and our own remoulade. Our catfish po' boy is on special as well. So roll on in to Calico County for great catfish at a great price. Calico County, just off Rogers Avenue, behind Randall Ford.
Thinking of building a new home? Doing a little remodeling? Need a new roof or siding? Or thinking about any other home improvement project? Call Infinity Property Development at 414-4102 for a quote today. They will work with you and give you options to fit your budget. Large jobs, small jobs, or anything in between? Infinity Property Development does them all. Infinity Property Development can turn any vision into reality. Call them today at 414-4102 and start your vision today.
Unlimited personal group training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Personal group training is a great way to create accountability for your fitness while improving mobility, endurance, and overall wellness. Reach your fitness goals faster with personal group training. Only $60 a month. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. These workouts are high intensity and get results in under an hour. Only $60 a month. Call for class schedules and details. 479-926-0193. Results happen here at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741.
Are you tired of your increasing home and business rates? Go see the Matt White Insurance Agency today so he can review your policies so you can plan the next year with confidence. They have new products and new rates, which is beneficial in finding the policy that best fits your needs. Call the Matt White Insurance Agency today at 434-5101 and let them help with all your business and home needs. The Matt White Insurance Agency, a solution to every need.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today? Play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, Equal Housing Lender.
Mowing season is here, and if this is your year for a zero-turn mower, you won't want to miss Alma Tractor and Equipment's open house, April 26th and 27th. Bad Boy Mowers offer the strongest, most powerful mower with the cleanest cut on the planet. Special incentives on the new 2018 holdover models and new 19s. Cut your mowing down to size with cuts up to 72 inches wide. Test drive a Bad Boy mower during the open house at Alma Tractor and Equipment on Highway 71 in Alma. Find out more at almatractor.com.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It is time for your SEC update, presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
They're the biggest and best selection of clothing and all the best name brands you're going to find anywhere. 10,000 square feet of all your favorite brands. Billabong, Southern March, Fayetteville, Bandit Lifestyle, Under Armour, Columbia, Carhartt, Blowfish, Southern Tide, all your favorite activities. They got your favorite outdoor clothing to do it with. All right, so stop in and check it all out. Always a big sale going on. And you can get one of your favorite cups of coffee right there in between the two stores, Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Casual Clothing and Footwear. It's all in one great location. And if you're a college student, bring your college ID. 20% off your first two purchases at Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Easy to find. Highway 412, just west of Springdale in Tawnytown. That's Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Things have been pretty slow on the SEC front, but just as a reminder that you're seeing Arkansas at the top of the SEC West standings in baseball, followed by Texas A&M. Arkansas is 12-6 in SEC play, but Texas A&M is 11-6-1. I guess I forgot about that tie. Can we avoid that? Is there something we can do?
Well,
I mean, come on. A tie in conference play? I thought that was illegal. I thought that was against the rules.
Sometimes you just can't get the game finished.
I guess not. Which I mean, I get. I don't think that they tried.
They are rare.
Yeah, but it's just you don't see. You can see that even in
curfew,
regular play.
Well, I mean, either you have weather that won't allow you to finish the game, or a curfew in the game. I mean, that's the thing with travel. Some schools are traveling by private charter, and they can leave whenever they leave. Some schools still fly commercial. I mean,
good point.
Just depends on your travel situation and the weather.
Yeah, and the SEC.
I don't know what the circumstances were surrounding their tie, but
right. Well, it's crazy because the SEC West, the only team that's not in contention at all is Alabama in SEC West play. They're 4-14 in conference play. But here's what's crazy: Arkansas's 12-6, A&M's 11-6-1, LSU's 11-7, Mississippi State's 10-8, Ole Miss is 10-8, Auburn's 10-8. So I mean, razor thin when it comes to games behind.
If I told you any of those 6 teams are going to make it to Omaha, would you be surprised?
Not a single bit.
I told you 3 of those 6 were going to make it.
Nope.
No. That's not going to happen where all 6 make it. Obviously, just the bracket's not going to work out that way. But if I told you 3 or 4 of those 6 were going to be top 8 seeds,
wouldn't shock me at all.
I mean, it's just hard to pick out which ones. So, I think the goal has got to be, the bullseye has got to be, how do you get to 20 SEC regular season victories? I think you're going to be right where you want to be. You're going to be a top 8 national seed. You're going to be right in the hunt and not really have much to have to play for down in Hoover. That's the position you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
These next 12 games in conference, take care of business. Don't let anything stupid happen in non-conference play like these midweek games where you damage your RPI and these rankings. And then you go to Hoover where you're not under the gun to have to win 2 or 3 ball games to get yourself in a position to host the second weekend. I think the SEC is going to be in a position to host a lot the first weekend.
Oh, without a doubt. And if you're Arkansas, too, your final 2 SEC series, at home against LSU and on the road against A&M, the 2 teams that you're barely in front of.
Right, and it's, you need to play very well those weekends, and it's time to get the monkey off your back.
Yep.
To turn the tide with LSU, because that has just been an onus on you. I mean, you just can't seem to get around those guys.
Yep. 2011 was the last time it happened. It's been a long, long time.
Hey, don't let mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas ruin your outdoor activities this spring and summer. Call Mosquito Joe. Mosquito Joe of Arkansas is a family-owned business committed to making outside fun again in the natural state. For a mosquito, tick, and flea-free yard this spring and summer, call Mosquito Joe, 479-202-9960, or visit them online at arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. That's arkansas.mosquitojoe.com for a flea, tick, and mosquito-free backyard.
877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Great houses start with a great foundation, and that foundation starts with a mortgage from One Trust Home Loans, offering low rates and personalized, creative home lending solutions. And our decisions are made quickly, so you can move into your dream home sooner. One Trust Home Loans has provided that foundation of great homes throughout the state of Arkansas and Missouri. Hi, this is Matt Fowler with One Trust Home Loans. The home buying process can be stressful, but I am here to make sure that your loan process goes fast, easy, smooth as possible, and we close your loan on time. We have years of experience in diverse loan programs offering FHA, VA, conventional, and 0% down payment programs. Don't be sorry. Start your mortgage foundation right. Call One Trust Home Loans today at 870-600-0063 or visit us in Mountain Home, Harrison, Rogers, or Clinton.
NMLS 46375, an equal housing lender.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the 4-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
Supercuts welcomes you. Our friendly professional stylists are always ready to serve you with a warm smile and finish your cut with an amazing hot towel refresher every time. Take advantage of our weekly sales, such as $1 shampoos with a haircut on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's right, $1 shampoos on every Tuesday and Wednesday. And 10 to 20% off color sale with $5 hair conditioning treatments every Thursday. And there is much, much more. Supercuts conveniently serves its community 7 days a week. Supercuts, clean, sharp, ready.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
When's the last time you did date night at Doe's? Doe's Steakhouse always has the charm and great atmosphere. Plus, the area's largest selection of in-stock wines. And all of the award-winning steaks at Doe's are perfect for sharing. And there's no charge for an extra side or salad when you share. Doe's is proud to be the premier steakhouse in Fort Smith at 422 North 3rd. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So make it a date night at Doe's for a great experience every time.
The new Perry Robinson Salisal Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. This is our promise to you at the new Perry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal, Oklahoma.
Perry Robinson Salisal Ford.
ESPN 95.3. Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush, where we are brought to you by Southern Tire Mart.
Hey, if you got that tax refund check, bring your money and buy some tires that you're going to need at Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540. You can count on Southern Tire Mart for the best in-class service for everything you need to fix under the hood, offering all of the best trusted brands, including their best-selling tires, Toyo tires. Plus, if you need an oil change, they can take care of that too. $24.95 every day. That's at Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540, or call them at 479-646-2674.
Hunter Yurchek, the athletic director of the University of Arkansas, will be joining us here in a little over 5 minutes, so it'll be really interesting to talk to him not only about Eric Musselman and the coaching process, but just everything else that's going on with the University of Arkansas athletic program. And that was something we discussed earlier in the show as far as what's the next step for Arkansas, because they just hired a basketball coach. They hired a football coach that's still relatively new. You got Dave Van Horn in baseball, which is playing at its highest peak right now. You got women's basketball that seems to really be getting it going under Mike Neighbors. It just comes down, and then the facilities even. I mean, the facilities are great across the board, so just a matter of, all right, so what's the next step? What's kind of the next goal? What's the focus going to be on when it comes to what strides need to be taken with the athletic program? And I think the main thing that we discussed, and I don't know how much that Hunter Yurchek can actually have a hands-on approach with this, is just getting wins and winning back into the football program where you have people showing up to games and selling those suites and selling those season tickets.
I mean, you've laid the groundwork. You've planted all the seeds out here. I mean, as we went through this morning, the facilities are there. The coaches are in place. There's really not a lot of pieces to the puzzle left to put in place to make this thing go. Now it's about winning. Now it's time for the investment to start returning. You've made the investment. Now it's time for the return on the investment. The return, the dividend, is wins.
You can't deny.
It's time to win.
Yeah, because you
got to start with football. That's the place. You're winning in baseball. You're getting your monthly dividend check there. All right? Basketball, you're kind of still making an investment because you just brought a new coach in. Football, it's getting that time. It's not quite there. It's second year. But the point is you got to see some strides. You got to see that upward trend. The financials need to look good this year, if you know what I mean, from a football standpoint. Meaning, as we've said, 5 or 6 wins has to be the point. And that's not winning to the level that we all expect or want, but that must be where we get to. So
yeah, no, you're going to have to get down to that. And it's also going to just be about not only getting people back in it, but you have the facilities that are all built. Mm-hmm. You got everything in place that seems like you're going to have. Like, I think Chad Morris is all set up for success. He has what he needs to success. But like you said, until that investment gets returned back,
right.
I mean, you're kind of stuck in the situation that you find yourself in.
So we'll talk to Hunter Yurchek coming up in just a few minutes here on the Morning Rush. Looking forward to that conversation. We're brought to you by Art's Barbecue on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. They also have the Waiter app available. So if you want a great salad, you want one of the best hamburgers you're going to find with a lot of variety on their menu for burgers, they've got those. Of course, tender, delicious ribs, great brisket, pulled pork. It's all there. Everything on the menu, it's just a matter of whatever you're in the mood for. Catfish. I mean, that's the thing. What are you in the mood for today? They've got it. You want a great club sandwich? They got it because they smoke their own turkey. They smoke their own ham. They do their own in-house bacon. They'll make you the best club sandwich I promise you ever had. It's on the back of the menu. Most people don't pay any attention to it. Then you get some of those home-cut fries that they've got. What you talking about? They got it all going on at Art. So it's just kind of whatever you're in the mood for. You want catfish today? Great. They got great catfish. You want some good ribs? They got great ribs. I'm always in the mood for some good brisket or burnt ends. And if you just can't get there, or your kids are out of school today and you're at home, stuck with them, don't want to get everybody out, use the Waiter app. They'll bring it to you. Art's Barbecue on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Thanks for that, Tommy. Now I'm extremely hungry.
There you go.
Because I haven't eaten since yesterday's Easter.
And I didn't eat since lunch yesterday. I had enough ham to
hold you over?
To tide me over, as they say.
Yeah, well, I think I'm good on that front, too. So, but for some reason, I got to eat again. It's almost like it's part of my nature. I just got to eat again, and thank you for doing that. Read on Arts.
You're
all right.
welcome.
I appreciate it. Hunter Yurchek, athletic director for Arkansas, coming up next. Stay with us.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
So, how many trucks?
3 one-ton diesels, 7 half-tons, trailers, chippers, then some smaller trucks, cars, and SUVs.
And who takes care of them?
Shoot, we go all over. Have no clue even if they're getting the proper oil or if the wheel bearings on the trailers are ever checked. Total miss.
And how much is that fleet worth?
To me, a lot.
Jody'sAuto.com can do all the service, repairs, maintenance, and tires, gas and diesel, get you in and out quickly at fleet pricing, and track all your vehicles to make sure everything is being done when it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, but my guys want someplace close to them. That's why we go all over the place.
Did I mention Jody'sAuto.com has 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren?
Now we are talking. Jody'sAuto.com. Great idea.
The difference between making money and losing your shirt, taking care of your equipment, and keeping your people on the job. Jody'sAuto.com, they can handle it. Gas and diesel, tires, service, repairs, maintenance, towing, in and out quickly. Jody'sAuto.com.
ESPN 95.3. Get after the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. That's where you'll find Crabtree RV with savings up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels, up to $10,000 off on travel trailers right now. 0 down on virtually every model and top dollar for your trade. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off of I-40, Crabtree RV. It's where your family's dreams come true.
Been talking a lot about the athletic department for the University of Arkansas and the direction that it's going to be going, the next steps it's going to be taking, and I don't think there's a better person to talk about the future of Arkansas athletics than to welcome in the athletic director of the University of Arkansas, Hunter Yurachek. Good morning, Hunter. Appreciate you joining us this morning.
Good morning. My pleasure. How are you guys doing this morning?
Well, we're doing fantastic, and I want to start off because this is a question I've always wondered. You just went through a pretty rigorous coaching search. Eric Musselman, the man that you hired to take on the Razorback basketball program, and I know you're really excited about a hire, but after an athletic director goes through all that, what's the after effect? Do you go on vacation? Do you have a drink? Do you just go back to work, business as usual? I mean, what do you do after going through a coaching search like that to kind of just decompress everything?
Well, it's a tough time of year to decompress with the spring sports going on, baseball, softball, men's, women's tennis, golf. So you just keep plugging ahead, moving forward. I've got a great staff here that was able to handle things when I was in the middle of that coaching search, and I really just get re-engaged with them and our student athletes and get back to doing what I really enjoy doing, and that's leading this athletic program.
What are some of the common misconceptions or misperceptions about a coaching search? You're on the inside, flying and interviewing coaches and dealing with what goes on inside the search, and then fans and media have these perceptions about what's going on. What do we really get wrong on the outside that's not going on the inside?
Well, I think it's really who is and who is not kind of a candidate or a person that we're truly interested in. I think there's just because of social media. Now there's a lot of people that take guesses that are most of the time outside of the media and take guesses on what's going on, try to act like they're in the know. And I think that's probably the common misconception is who actually was a candidate, who actually did we talk to, and how this process unfolded.
Well, Hunter, when you decided to go with Eric Musselman, obviously you were very confident and very excited about what he could be able to do with the basketball program. But what was the thing that you loved the most about Eric Musselman when you saw him and you saw how his teams played and you talked to him? You're like, this is our guy. What was the thing that really stood out to you more than anything?
But it wasn't just one thing, John. Everything, it started with his energy, it started with his passion, and it started with his desire to want to be our head coach. And that was very, very important to me, somebody that truly wanted to be at the University of Arkansas and truly had a vision for what this basketball program could be. He knew about the history. He knew about our current teams. He constantly told me that this was one of the top 2 or 3 jobs in the Southeastern Conference and a top 20 job nationally, and he was going to make sure it was like that year in and year out. And he just had a passion for this place, and it just really stood out from the moment I talked to him on the phone, and he reinforced that when I went out and met with him in person. And I just love his energy, and he's a great compliment to our team of head coaches that we have assembled here now.
You're approaching about a year and a half on the job now. This seemed like a very defining moment. It was your first big hire. As the search waned on, some fans were starting to have doubts, but really people were trying to figure out your style, what Hunter Yurachek is all about. This seemed like a very defining moment for me about who you are as an athletic director, and then followed up by the press conference with Coach Musselman. Did it feel like that for you, that this was a kind of an initial defining moment for who you are as an AD at the University of Arkansas?
That's hard to say. It was a significant hire because men's basketball is a significant sport here at the University of Arkansas. It's one of our 2 major revenue drivers, and we need that revenue to help feed our other 17 sports. So it's significant in that exchange. I'm going through a search for a gymnastics coach right now, and I don't think that's any, really less significant. I've got 15 student athletes, just like I had 15 student athletes on the men's basketball side that are, sitting on pins and needles wanting to know what direction we're going to head. So I don't know if it was necessarily a defining moment. It was an important moment. I hope that I have more defining moments as we move forward and with this.
Now, Hunter, something we've discussed on the show is you have a new basketball coach in Eric Musselman. You still have Chad Morris, who's a relatively new coach to the University of Arkansas. Dave Van Horn's got a lot of great things going. You got Mike Neighbors. You got a lot of other coaches that are doing a lot of great things at the U of A. So what's the next step for the athletic department? What's the focus going to be on? Because it seems like the coaches are all set, at least for the foreseeable future. So for you and your athletic department, what's kind of going to be the next main focus for you?
Sure. We do have great coaches, and from football through tennis, we've really have a great complement of coaches that complement each other very, very well and feed off of each other. And now it's my role to work with our team to provide our coaches and our student athletes with the tools that they need to be successful year in and year out. And that's, we've got a $20 million baseball clubhouse project that we're in the middle of the design process on. We've got a $10 million track and field clubhouse project that we're in the design phase on. We've got a major renovation to the indoor track and field in anticipation of hosting the NCAA National Track and Field Championships in March of 2021. We're going to do a major renovation to Bud Walton Arena here in the next 3 to 5 years because that's an important tool for our men's and women's basketball program. So now that we have really good coaches, solid coaches assembled in a great group of 465 student athletes, it's my role now to provide them with the tools that they need to be successful.
Obviously, this is an important football season for financially and win-wise and otherwise for Chad Morris coming up. What from a fan standpoint, this will be your second season moving into the newly expanded Don W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium with the North End Zone expansion. You kind of got to see how things were going to flow from a traffic flow standpoint, the traffic inside the stadium. Will there be any changes or anything different or additional this year as fans kind of think through the spring and into the summer about the upcoming football season? That will be the next big thing on campus after baseball.
Sure, we're going to continue. We're meeting daily to work on how we're going to enhance our fan experience. That was a big last year we created a unit called our guest experience unit because we want to make sure our fans, the minute they pull into a parking lot here on campus for a football game, that they have a great experience regardless of what happens on the field and inside the stadium, that they are treated with respect when they pull into the parking lot, that they're entertained in their tailgating lots, and that they're entertained inside of our stadium. And this is a key football season for us. I think we have 4 very winnable non-conference games. We think we can find a way to win 2 or 3 more games, and if we can get to a bowl game this year, and then we have a robust conference schedule in 2020 where we have 4 SEC home games for the first time ever here at Donald Reynolds Razorback Stadium, and then in 2021 we have the Texas Longhorns coming here as an anchor game, and then we go back in 2022. So this is a year we're going to be building it. I know that people have been critical of our home schedule, and people are trying to decide, do I really want to retain my season tickets? Well, look, this is the year to retain them, because after this year, we've got a schedule that's very significant in 20 and 21 and 22. And if you give them up this year because you're not excited about this team or not excited about the schedule, you're going to be left out in future years. And so we're trying to create an unbelievable entertainment value for our fans. Chad Morris is going to take care of the product on the field, and this is a season that we're going to be building for the next 2 to 3 years.
All right, while we're talking about tickets, I got to ask you about this ticket scan deal, because every time the ticket scan number's announced, everybody groans and says, no, there's more people here than that. The media wants to argue about it. What is your take on ticket scan? We got tickets sold and then ticket scan, and then everybody wants to argue about which one's right, and it always seems like everybody thinks it's in the middle. What's your take on the ticket scan deal?
Well, it's kind of one of those things, you're damned if you don't, damned if you do. When we weren't reporting the ticket scan number, we're just reporting the ticket sold number. People are critical. There's no way there's that many people here in the stadium. And then now we're reporting what the actual attendance is, and our scanners aren't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Not everybody's being caught with the scanner. Some people, the scanners may not be working. We're trying to get people in the stadium fast, and so we've got to find a middle ground somewhere. So I think the actual attendance is somewhere between the scan number and the sold number. We just got to figure out what that is.
All right, good answer.
That's a fair answer. All right, another question I have for you, Hunter, is about what's been in news as far as in the NCAA and in college baseball has been this third paid assistant coach, which went to a vote. A lot of different schools voted on it. Unfortunately, over the weekend, it was shot down. I know that Dave Van Horn has some very strong opinions on this matter. What is your take on the third paid assistant coach and the fact that it was shot down over the weekend?
I'm disappointed. I know we're disappointed as a conference. We put a great value on baseball. Just about every one of our schools in this conference is spending a significant amount of money and investing a significant amount of money on the baseball programs, whether it's facilities, the coaching staff, the student athletes. And you've got a ratio, with your current assistant coaches that's probably a lot higher than, the student-athlete to coach ratio than most other sports. And I thought it was a no-brainer. And it's another way to develop a young assistant coach. Volunteer coaches, they need to be elevated to a full-time coach for baseball. I was disappointed for our conference. I was disappointed for college baseball that did not happen.
Maybe you can shed some light on this. We were discussing earlier that this proposal was coupled with not just a baseball third assistant, but softball as well. We assume that was for Title IX reasons, or could this be brought back with just a baseball, or do you think the softball third assistant had anything to do with this not passing? How does that work from a bylaws and legal standpoint?
Sure. There's a Title IX and gender equity component to it being coupled with the softball coach. Those are the two sports that are kind of married together from a Title IX gender equity standpoint, and trying to keep, the roster sizes aren't the same, but you still have to have the same opportunities from a coaching standpoint in which you invest in those programs, relatively speaking. And so, but it was just voting to allow you to hire that softball coach. It did not say you had to hire that softball coach, and that's actually the way the baseball one was presented as well. But not everybody has the same resources. We got a number of schools around the country with baseball and softball that don't have resources like we have in the Southeastern Conference, and I think that's really what it came down to.
Hunter Yurchek, the athletic director of the University of Arkansas. Really appreciate you hopping on with this morning, Hunter. Have a great one, man. Well, I'm sure we'll be catching up with you later down the road. And good job on the coaching search, and have yourself a drink after that, my man.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on, and thank you for your support.
Hey, no problem at all. 877-377-6963 is the number to call. And we got to get into the final segment here of the Morning Rush, and it is presented by Burton Pools and Spas.
Yeah, their 41st anniversary sale is coming up in Fort Smith and in Springdale, so you can help them celebrate 41 great summers at Burton Pools and Spas. $6,000 off on in-ground pools, $500 down, 0% financing on hot spring spas, and you can get 60-month financing with approved credit right now, and $800 off on Doughboy above-ground swimming pool packages. It's going to be through May the 6th, so don't miss this 41st anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas. 0 Street in Fort Smith, just off I-49 in Springdale at the 412 exit, and more details online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Honest Razorback talk that never yields. This is The Morning Rush.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new, rugged and dependable 2019 Toyota Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and in 4/30/19.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
With low interest rates, the home of your dreams has never been more affordable. There's a lot of work to find that dream home, and you need a pro on your side, and that's what Quantum Real Estate has. Seasoned pros that know how to help you find the perfect home, guide you through the financing, and even help sell the house you're in. And if you're thinking about getting into real estate investing, don't go it alone. Get a pro on your side. Quantum Real Estate, a division of Quantum Property Services, encompassing all your property needs. Online at quantumpropertyservicesinc.com, 479-434-6860.
Quantum. This is The Morning Rush.
Hot dog! Spring is finally here and not a moment too soon. Hi folks, Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto Resources. No spring training here. Our all-star team is ready to help you hit a home run with savings up to $3,200 below retail. And the bases are loaded with the freshest inventory in the fort. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all the most popular makes and models right here in one spot. To make this team, these vehicles have to be Rath Road ready. That means they're hand-picked, then inspected and reconditioned in our own Meineke Car Care Center, so you know you're getting the very best pre-owned vehicle you can buy. If you're keeping the car you have, turn the double play in our Meineke Car Care Center with half-off brakes and up to $200 savings on a set of Cooper tires. Don't commit an error on your next used car purchase. Knock it out of the park with up to $3,200 below retail. At Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer and proud sponsor of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Skag zero-turn mowers, simply the best. Showcase at Alma Tractor and Equipment Spring Open House, April 26th and 27th. Skag offers a complete line of highly productive and reliable zero-turn mowers for the landscape professional and the homeowner. When nothing but the best will do, choose a Skag mower. See the lineup at Alma Tractor and Equipment's Open House, April 26th and 27th. Alma Tractor and Equipment, Highway 71 in Alma, and at almatractor.com.
Or Nissan has the most affordable cars in every category. Most affordable sedan. This 2019 Nissan Versa sedan is only $11,957. America's most affordable pickup. This 2019 Nissan Frontier is $21,389. Most affordable SUV. This 2019 Nissan Kicks is $19,824. Most affordable 7-passenger V6 SUV. This 2019 Nissan Pathfinder is $28,607. Plus, only Or Nissan gives you a lifetime powertrain warranty and free car washes for life. So head to Or Nissan in Fort Smith under the giant American flag.
Are you looking for a new place to call home? Whether you're looking for an apartment, duplex, townhome, or a house, Trinity Multifamily has you covered. They even have options in surrounding states, from Texas to Michigan and Kansas to Tennessee. If you're looking for a new place to call home, make Trinity Multifamily your first call at 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you. Tired of all the broken promises and broken equipment at your current gym? The Fort Smith Athletic Club is the nicest and most well-equipped fitness and tennis club in the area, with a state-of-the-art fitness center, Pilates, fitness classes, personal and group training, and the best tennis facilities in the region. 7 outdoor courts, 5 indoor courts, plus pickleball and racquetball courts, and free childcare is included. The Fort Smith Athletic Club. Call 452-4031 for membership information.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in
Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Final segment of the Morning Rush brought to you by Williams Tractor.
Hey, mowing season has begun. Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers has Big Dog mowers that get you covered with a 7-year limited warranty. Big Dog can also take care of that perfect lawn with prices starting at just $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit. Stop in and check it out. And by the way, if you're a first responder or in the military, Big Dog has a hero program that will save you 10% off your next mower. Check it all out at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers. Do it today.
That was fascinating when we were joined by Hunter Yurchek, the athletic director of the University of Arkansas, in the previous segment. Had some interesting thoughts, especially about what they're going to be moving towards as far as the next step goes. And one of the things he brought up was just in the next 3 to 5 years, having major renovations done to Bud Walton Arena, which, we talked about it, Tommy. Bud Walton Arena has held up so well for 25 years that it's been opened. I mean, it's one of those arenas that everyone talks about is not only how loud in the atmosphere, but just how it's set up and how it's presented is just really nice.
The reason buildings hold up 25 to 30 years and don't look like they need to be torn down and redone is you continually work on them.
Mm-hmm.
Every 5 to 6, 7 years, you're doing a rehab project of some sort, whether it's concourse level, whether it's, locker rooms, whether it's the flooring area, whatever it is, but that building looks like it was built less than 10 years ago in some places. Now, there are some areas, entries, and a few other places I think they could spend some money and modernize a few things. But all in all, that building has held up well. They built the concourses wide enough. I go to concerts and some things at like BOK or FedEx Forum in Memphis. Some of these concourses they build are way too narrow. And then when everybody's trying to leave at one time,
it's a mess.
It's just everybody's jammed up, or there's only one point you can get out. One of the great things about Bud Walton is there's a major exit at all 4 corners. And so there's a north, south, east, and west exit and entry point. So it makes it really easy to get into and out of the building. A lot of these places, they didn't figure all of these things out, or the building's laid out or positioned in a way where that's not possible. That's one of the good things about Bud Walton is the way it's laid out. And if you're in the upper deck, which I still think if you're in the sideline of the upper deck down low, those are some of the best seats at Bud Walton. People kind of shy away or turn their nose up at upper deck, but some of those seats, particularly the ones that you are right up on that rail, are great. You don't have to climb a bunch of steps. It's not to get there. They're easier to get to than going down 50 steps to get to your courtside seat.
Yeah. Some people like those seats. I know you do.
Well, they're easier to access.
Yeah.
I'm
with you. I'll be curious to see what the renovations they do and what they're thinking of, because obviously things are changing. You can still fill it up, but...
Well, they put in the new scoreboard with HD screens. They put in the ribbon boards recently in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, there's always something you can do, though, to be keeping up.
Mm-hmm. By the way, since the music started... Last night's Game of Thrones. I'm not going to do any spoilers to you, Tommy. I know.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm really worried about that.
I know you're worried. Well, here's the thing. Ty started watching it. He's made it through almost the first season.
Okay, so you're back to season 1?
I finished season 1
You
last
finished season
night.
1, all right.
So, yeah, he's powering through it all.
I watched about 5 minutes of, was this season 8?
Yes, this is season 8.
episode 1, I don't know. It's just, again, if you don't know what's going on, you might as well not watch any.
Yeah, let's say if you're just jumping in on it, it's probably not going to have the same impact.
No sense.
Yeah, no, but anyways, really excited because this was all set up for this next episode, which is going to be the longest Game of Thrones episode to date. It also is the most expensive battle scene, and that took the longest to film of any battle scene of any television or movie.
So what is for an outsider like me that
Yes.
doesn't get it, hasn't been drawn in yet? What is the draw? What has got you hooked? Why is this appointment TV for you?
Honestly, it's the characters. The storyline's great. It's well written. I mean, it's very well written, but it's just you get emotionally attached to the characters, and it's just great writing and development of them, and that's what's made it so great right now, and that's what's made it so great for everybody else. So we should be good on that because
they spend a lot of money on it. It ought to be well done.
Yeah, you should be really well done. Appreciate everybody listening in today. For Tommy Kraft and Ty Richardson, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Tomorrow morning, have a great day, everybody. We will see you then.
You know, you'd almost have to be crazy to make the kind of offers we're about to make. But then again, you don't get to sell the Cadillac volume we do.